Welcome, my few viewers that I have. This is yet again not Shadows of Gradiriel, but rather Echoes of Gradiriel again, because once again we are doing we are doing a one-shot with the potential to add in a new player. This time the new player is not Kenneth, the new player is David. Say hello, David.
Hello.
That's my brother.
Yes. David is
We're
Ryan's brother.
Gaining
who's-
followers.
David,
We're corrupting people.
David is
David
David is Ryan's brother and is wanting to join in to give him yet something else to enjoy D&D and games like it with, because like most players who play as a DM for a long time, he got tired of being the DM. So,
Yeah.
yes, this is going to be another one shot, as I said before. It is charisma, yes, again.
Oh Lord.
Because most, not all, most of the party are high-level charisma characters, and oddly enough, there is a lot of overlap with characters' parties for base class, though most people are cross-class in some persuasion, and nobody has the same subclass. So the characters are
Are we
very much...
all just bards?
No.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
The one character in the party that is not the super high charisma based character is Ryan. However, we have as our class spread, assuming players are okay with me revealing that part, but not the character part.
I'm good.
Yeah.
We have a straight up bard who's not cross class at all.
That's me.
We have a bard and rogue.
Hello.
And we have a cleric and rogue.
The hell?
Uh-huh.
An interesting combination.
Yeah.
Indeed.
I wanted to play something different.
Well, you've successfully accomplished that.
Yay!
Yeah.
It makes me happy.
So, funny enough, Sam's character becomes the middle person. The bridge, because she's both a bard and a rogue, and the other character is a rogue and a cleric, and the other charisma character is just a bard. So,
Yep.
but
I'm sitting here, the one who's a fucking Eldritch Knight.
yes,
Oh, nice.
and I believe Brian, you were playing no cross class. You were just straight up one single class.
Yep.
So,
Eldritch Knight,
you-
as I just said.
you are Eldritch Knight, straight up Eldritch Knight, bard, and then cross class bard rogue and bard rogue and rogue cleric, or cleric rogue specifically.
There's like so much cross-classing going on in here that it's hard to keep everyone straight because so much of it overlaps.
But like I said, it's an interesting spread, and the characters are very different. I am going to title this particular video Charisma Yes Part 2 Electric Boogaloo, because I'm not original.
One moment.
Uh-huh.
A
I knew
moment.
that would happen. Thank you.
While we're one moment,
Yes.
The fuck was that?
Okay, continue.
His demise of puns.
Yeah, that is.
The setting for this one-shot is going to be the wonderful continent of Ebon. Ebon is very different from Gradiriel. Ebon is much more cold and sort of tundra-esque. The settlements are typically a lot smaller, for the most part, and a lot more sparse. And Ebon is a harsh place, because in some instances, if the lowly, more humanoid, more medium-sized humanoids wander around too much in the wilderness, they may or may not get attacked by a wayward dragon or giant.
Oh.
Ebon, as a continent, is ruled by said frost giants and also loosely by dragons. The dragons keep mostly to themselves, staying up in the northern mountains, while the giants have taken up residence in the more larger settlements of Ebon and get along with the locals mostly okay, assuming that the locals are not going to cause up too much of a ruckus. And once every couple years, there's no real set, like, annually type thing. It just happens whenever they feel like it, but usually on the same day throughout the year. The Frost Giants hold a challenge, a big gladiatorial style competition as a means to allow the more medium-sized people to showcase their strength and prove that some smaller folk aren't as weak as the giants would think. And to do this, the giants broadcast out via magic and birds and all sorts of other various communications. The giants send out calls for heroes, invitations to wayward adventurers, and other such things. But specifically, in these invitations, they ask for single heroes. They don't want big teams of adventuring parties. They understand that for the most part, adventuring parties travel together because there is safety in numbers. But they specifically, for sake of these proving grounds, want people who have adventured a little, but don't necessarily know all the folks that are fighting with them. Part of the challenge is to be able to develop a adequate strategy to fight while not necessarily knowing your party so well. Though they do give you time in each Proving Grounds event for people to interact with each other. And with that, I'm going to put us over to the map that is the Proving Grounds. Hooray!
Goodbye, so.
Within the scope of this map, part of the interesting thing as player characters is you guys don't necessarily, you guys know who your own characters are, but you each don't know each other. So everybody can see their characters, but not everybody can see every character because they're not sure which characters are whose. Necessarily.
Oh.
At least not with the ones that people have not revealed already, because I think Brian revealed his. You should have control of your tokens, I believe.
Okay, so
I
that
have
one knows me.
control
Okay.
over multiple, by the way.
I did give you control of the secondary character that was potentially here.
Right.
I should definitely be it.
Okay. So, and for sake of the intro, people can potentially move their characters around if they so choose. And for sake of if Scarlet is looking down into that hole that is the gladiatorial arena, it is just that, the gladiatorial arena. And it is...
I thought that was a big pillar. I was going to have her leaning against it.
Nope, it's not a pillar.
Nope. It's just a giant hole.
It's actually a very deep hole.
Okay.
Ooh, wait, it actually contains something. How tall is the wall?
The walls here, of the holes are actually probably a good, we'll say about 40-50 feet. So 40-50 feet down if you're looking into these holes.
No, as in, like, the railing
Oh, the railing?
around the hole.
It's,
There is any.
There is a railing. There is a wall railing around each of the holes to keep people from potentially falling in should they have issues, getting too drunk or whatever. And that railing's probably about 4 or 5 feet. Not super high that people could not look over it because they want people to be able to look over it but not fall over it unless they're
Sure,
super
my
drunk.
character's sitting on top of it.
Okay then. So with that, the giants over this proceedings, this big guy way back here, he calls forth the names on a ballot in a fashion to bring troops and teams together, which, for sake of making it more fun and easy, I'll have your characters introduce yourself. I won't necessarily broadcast names. Plus, not all the NPC party members, potential party members I have here have names. So, I will point out, though, for those of you who are not David, who are a part of my games previously, there are 3 characters here you will recognize, because they're characters you met before, that are not your player characters. Specifically,
I see 2 of them.
Specifically, these 2 right here, they are the,
Pirate.
Yep.
Oh, I see the 3rd.
Yep, and the 3rd is here.
Oh, I was looking at the wrong person.
Who are you thinking was somebody you saw before?
I was looking at the Warforged thinking that was like the mayor guy
Oh, no.
The actual mayor.
from Yukieki.
The mayor of Yukiegi is in fact a Warforged, but the Warforged up here is a different one.
I mean,
Also-
also, gonna sound racist. They all kind of look the same, so I don't know.
I mean, they do. But
They're big metal people.
But it is
Sorry.
significant. It is significant to point out that this artificer, or this warforged up here, is obviously some form of artificer or something of the persuasion, because he also has a metal warforged style dog. And Field Buff, the mayor of Yukiegi, did not have a dog. So, yes, the giants speak out everyone's names from like their ballots and lists to get the party members together, and it just so happens that the four of you are called and tasked to come over
Line
to
up in front of them, I assume.
line up and get ready to go down into the like winding staircases. It doesn't look very accurate, but winding staircases to go down into the halls.
So we're lining up there.
Yeah, pretty much. And this is when your players can move around, and everyone's going to be more akin of whose tokens is whose, or at least whose tokens are players. Anyway,
I can tell which one Brian is.
the four of you will wander down into this hole right here,
You can
and
describe what they look like first.
yeah, you're making your way down, and then at this point, each of you can describe your characters, and then you will be introducing your characters both to us as players and to each other.
Okay.
Go in whatever order you see fit. That's fine.
I would personally say just go from left to right as they're listed on the screen in the player list, which for me would be me, Monte, Byrn, and Varleth Bard.
That's what I had as well.
Okay.
It was requested of me at an earlier time to have one character be last, so the last two characters are going to swap. But yes, that order is fine. Yep.
Okay. Well, guess I'll introduce myself first. The rest of you see a human woman, looks to be maybe in her late 30s, maybe early 40s. Long red hair, about shoulder length. Very straight hair, very well kept, kind of parted over one eye. She has a noticeable scar on her right cheek from what looks like a bladed weapon, healed over. Purple eyes, a sort of perpetually intense look. She's wearing really nice breastplate armor, and over her shoulders is this rich, vivid blue cloak that's sort of attached to this sort of a metal-looking sort of like, not collar, but sort of like a mantle over her shoulders, I guess. That sort of covers a lot of her body, and she has two sabers at her sides. And as everyone's sort of assembling, she'll introduce herself as Scarlet Freyja.
Alrighty. So,
Monty!
Monty.
Yes.
Python!
No, Monty as in card game.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
It's a card
You
game.
have like 3 cards, and you gotta find the specific card, and it gets all mixed up and shit.
Do you know how
Oh,
many
three
card?
card
Do you know how many card games I've played that aren't Yu-Gi-Oh?
None.
One.
Magic?
King's Corner.
Oh.
And I only really remember playing that one with any vividness because I remember one time we started a match and it was my turn first, and I won before anyone else got a turn.
Alright, now this isn't entirely true. You've definitely played Uno as well.
Okay, yeah, I remember that now. Thank you for resurfacing that suppressed memory, David, brother, light of my life, brethren, in soon-to-be corpse.
I may die, but the pain will never go away.
Fuck!
It'll haunt you in your deepest dreams.
Okay.
We went from lunch to dessert.
Okay, David. I think you're gonna.
Yeah, we did actually.
I think we could just. I think we could just skip the whole one shot. You fit in with this group just fine. Anyway.
Perfect.
Magnifico. But we spent too much time on these characters to just waste them now, so fuck it, we're doing this shit.
Alright, so, Monty, go.
So, stands before everyone is a slightly tall, pale, tiefling. Horns go back over the head and up to a point that goes to a deeper red. White hair that has pulled up into a high ponytail. Is wearing leathers with bits of metal on it and decorations of like different reds and golds, silvers, any other colors, just fancy.
Sounds fancy.
And she has this giant, not really giant, but she has a large wooden apparatus sling to her side.
Considering that we have another bard that would potentially know instruments.
It's called a hurdy-gurdy.
Yeah, hurdy-gurdy.
A hurdy-gurdy.
Fun.
Nice.
Because, she wants to play pirate tunes.
And who doesn't?
Out of interest, do you, just out of sheer curiosity more than anything else, is, like, Ebon's proving grounds are sent out to people from all across the planet, basically. And I've only really detailed 3 continents for my stories so far. Is Monte from any of those, or is she from somewhere completely different? I don't know if we ever discussed that part. Or did you really think about whereabouts?
I don't think we ever did discuss that.
We never discussed it with where Scarlet's from either.
Well,
Other than her hometown is called Swanrun.
Yeah. The only thing we had with Scarlet with regards to that was that she was not one of the 3 that I've already previously had.
All I know is Monte is from a port town, so that's it.
Could be a port town in Gradiriel for all we know, but as far as significance of where that port town is, it doesn't really matter. So
yep,
works for me. All right, and then now Varleth or Varleth, however.
Vorkle.
V
Well,
to the third.
V to the 3rd power. That's right.
V
Well,
to
as Varleth walks up, what you see is you see a dark-skinned elf in a flamboyant purple coat and feathered cap. Think something like if a red mage tried to dress up like Heath Ledger's Joker.
That is a mental image in my head now.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
The thing is, I could probably make that in Final Fantasy XIV.
I don't understand.
A red mage and Heath Ledger's Joker mixing together. Have you ever
I
seen
know
a red
Heath
mage?
Ledger's Joker,
She
but
doesn't
I
know
don't know Red Mage.
Yeah, she doesn't know Final Fantasy.
I see. Brian will get you.
Yeah, check the
We'll get
Discord
the
chat. I
image up.
posted a picture of a red mage in there.
Ah, okay.
They are flamboyant and they like their red.
Yes.
Anywho, as he walks up to y'all, he's lightly strumming a jaunty tune on his lute. As he reaches you, he sets it aside, gives an exaggerated bow, and says, Varleth von Vorkelberg, at your service.
Scarlet Fraser, a pleasure.
Indeed.
Silver just like eyes.
You mean Monte?
God damn it!
Monty! Silver isn't here! Riven isn't here! How many times are we gonna make this fucking mistake? In the main campaign, we still sometimes out of habit, even though Silver's been around longer, call Silver Riven.
Yes, I have an addiction to making characters. Yeah.
Yeah.
Monty! Well, the thing is, her actual name is actually Zatari, but Monty.
Monty.
Yes. It's just like eyes and be like, Monty.
Hello.
And where, pray tell, is the 4th?
So, walking up is a half-elf. Perhaps maybe a little on the uncommon side. You see a completely clean-shaven, bald half-elf. A little bit pale skin tone, and in the right light, from the right angle, it almost appears to have a ever so slightly greenish tint. But as soon as you think that you see that, it's just pale skin. He's not miraculously endowed with giant muscles or anything like that. Actually looks to be in somewhat fine garb for where we're located. He comes up sort of silently and It's obvious that he was listening to you all, and he sort of bows and introduces himself. My name's Byrn, because everyone's going to see BYRN and come up with other ways to say it.
Byrn. Yeah, I was thinking Byrn.
Anyway. So, yeah. My name's Byrn. I hail from Gradiriel, specifically from Caberton. Nice to make your acquaintance.
Charmed.
He does almost a borderline jazz hand with one hand and does a very elegant bow to you.
So he may be just as extravagant as Varleth, but not necessarily as outwardly so.
Yeah, I would agree.
Something like that. All right. So, with you guys having introduced your characters to each other and to our what few viewers we have, the giants, after parties have gathered together, and you guys slowly make your way down, and once you are down into the or rather, as you're traveling the steps to go down, the giant speaks in a big booming voice again to let you know that everyone would have a chance to strategize and prepare yourselves for a fight together. Relinquish what information you have about yourself so that people know what you are capable of, so that you may have at least a better chance of working together as a team. So people can wander into the hole there, and if they want to speak about what they are capable of, they are free to do so. Though you guys don't trust each other, so you might not necessarily do that. But you got time. You got time to converse in RP some more if you wish to do so. I didn't want necessarily the entire one shot to be combat.
All right. What are we all capable of?
I poke things.
Is that all you do? Just poke? Because, and I turn to Vorkelberg and I poke him on the nose. It's not that hard.
Oh, sir. One does not lightly touch the Vorkelberg.
Good for
Oh,
you.
no.
I'm not a sir. I'm a ma'am.
These surface dwellers all look the same to Vorkelberg.
Pretty sure men don't have breasts, but anyway.
You've not seen the men I've seen.
Not unless they are seriously overweight or had did something to themselves.
I am tempted
Experiment's
to
gone
use
wrong.
vicious mockery and accuse your character of having a flat chest.
I think that's objectively false. She has mama's boobs, so.
It doesn't matter. It's a magical insult, my boy.
I mean, you
Oh,
could.
This
It's
is going to be so interesting.
you could. It's a cantrip.
Yeah, I could do that all day long if I wanted.
I suppose I might as well start us off then. My primary thing in battle is I'm good at range with magic, but when push comes to shove, I'll pat the swords at my sides, I'm also good in close quarters combat. I'm trained equally in both tactics. Back when I served in the army, my primary objective was blow up enemy positions from afar, and then charge in with everyone else to slaughter anyone who remained standing. I wasn't a fan of it, but there you go.
I can provide plenty of support magic, but I wouldn't expect to sully myself in the bloodier side of things.
Understandable.
Though if you get too bloody, do let me know. I can patch some things up.
Understood.
So are we, like, still in the main hall area making our way down, or are we
Basically,
already down?
You're mostly making your way down. It's not really broadcasted on the map very well, but you technically have a sort of little mini foyer type area before the actual room where, before the actual arena. So.
While everyone's splitting into groups, can I, and we're starting to go down our way, can I make a perception check against the other groups?
To see
To see if I notice anything of interest?
Oh, sure. Are you looking for anything specifically?
Something that would be interesting. I mean, as we're starting to head down, they're talking about, what are we good for? I just want to see if I notice anything noteworthy.
Okay.
Do I notice anything interesting about any of the other people?
The
other teams, whatever.
Yeah, actually. You would have seen and interacted with, you know that a few of them have been on ships before, ships that you may have traveled on as you were traveling around, since you did do that a lot in your backstory. And some of them you may have boarded with when you were traveling on a ship. And there is one that you sort of interacted with in a much more direct manner previously as well, which is, oddly enough, the one with the puppy over here.
Interesting. Okay. Anything else?
Yep, that's pretty much it. The three characters that people broadcasted having seen before were, of course, Molotok, Lumbug, the two that were on the boat when you guys fought the shark, and Adeline, the Triton that was the captain of the ship that you are currently on at the end of last session. And
right, because we forgot to specify a destination.
Yes.
Because we're smart.
You do recognize the Warforged and his puppy and the three sailors.
Okay. That's interesting and all. That doesn't really sound like something that I would necessarily go out of my way to bring up. So I guess
you also do see, seeing as how you made a decently high perception. You also notice that in this particular batch of adventurers coming to the tournament, there's quite a few drow, though it's not common for drows to necessarily feature and look for fame. But there's quite a few drow here. There's, oddly enough, I believe, at least one drow in every group, in all three teams.
Now that is something that I think would be potentially interesting. So as we're walking in and starting to share, what we're good for, I just sort of shrug a little bit and say, I happen to notice that there seems to be a lot more drow in this vicinity than would make sense for a fame-seeking tournament such as this. I don't know if that's particularly useful, but I enjoy finding out things. So you never know when something might be useful to know.
Interesting.
Yeah. Okay. You guys are continuing to make your way down. People did little hints of the kind of things that they are capable of.
All right. Monty, what about you? You said you can poke things, but I imagine there's more to it than that.
Words a lot, like talking. I really do.
That is the person who has not spoken yet. But anyway.
Touche.
I'm not a character.
But I do a lot of talking when I have marks. Thank you.
True. So, given a little bit of time to sort of talk amongst yourselves, it's also worth noting that prior to you guys walking down the stairs, you did see the arena down below, though it was very far down below. And seeing as how you see every edge of this arena before you were walking into it, you pretty much are under the understanding that this arena is only, barely 30 feet across. So, or a little over 30 feet across. So you, depending on the scope of the creatures that you may or may not be fighting, you will be probably fighting in mostly close quarters.
Oh, no.
That's not good for me at all.
No, it's not. Not for me as well.
Those who...
Fireball is good in close quarters.
Fuck it,
although,
I don't care.
Close
I'm
quarters.
going to cast Fireball.
Although it is worth noting that should you do any kind of area of effect sort of spell or big blast sort of spell, such as Fireball, you're not going to hurt any of the patrons up top because the worlds are 80 feet tall, or 40 feet tall. So
That's fine.
now, if you do some sort of like moonbeam something or other, everybody's gonna see that. But yeah, you guys will sort of make your way down and enter in, and you will see that sort of into the crevice of the like underground area of these sort of gladiatorial arenas. There are several large halls that are probably a good 20 feet up, that are sort of closed and barred off. It's like one on each corner of the not corner, one on each edge of the walls here, and it's pretty. Assuming that most of you would understand how these proving grounds are set up as gladiatorial arenas, it's reasonable to assume that whatever thing you're going to be fighting is going to be very soon coming out of those halls. It may or may not be big because the people running this arena are giants, and the hallways are large.
Is there like any, discarded objects or anything down here, or is it pretty clean?
It's relatively clean. The people who sanction these fights understand that some fighters would necessarily make use of debris if possible. So there might be a few, and when push comes to shove, if a person needs a weapon, they can totally grab one. So there are scattered about like smaller weapons and things. Maybe nothing super fancy, but there's like debris and potential like old discarded. What sort of things are you looking for specifically?
Oh, I don't know, like broken weaponry, swords, access to tables and chairs from up top within a 120-foot radius.
Considering the walls are only 80 feet tall, yeah, you could totally get a spell that has a 120 radius up and out into the tables up above if you wanted to.
Excuse me, I'm sorry, it's 120 feet range. That's it.
Yeah. If it's 120 feet range, from my understanding, spells, as long as you can, does it involve? Do you have to be able to see it, or can you just know it's there?
Just basically any non-magical objects that is not being worn or carried.
Oh yeah, there is definitely. I know what you're doing.
Okay then. All right, I'm good.
Discarded weapons and things. Yeah. So each of you sort of comes in, gets a chance to sort of look at the arena, which does have scattered bits of weapons here and there. Not corpses. They're not that barbaric. But there are some discarded weapons because they understand that sometimes somebody has to be desperate. And yeah, there's all sorts of scattered about things. Anybody going to do anything specific before they prepare for this? What they know is a fight.
Are we allowed to cast spells before we begin?
You have a couple moments to do so. So yeah, in theory, you can totally cast a spell.
Sure. I'm casting this on myself.
That's a good one.
Let me see what I've got.
Yeah.
As long as the thing you're trying to cast doesn't take like an hour to cast, you're good.
I'm going to raise the hood of my cloak up.
Probably should save this spell for later.
Yeah, there's a spell I kind of want to cast, but I'm going to save it for later. We're probably going to have multiple waves of enemies, so I'm going to save it till I really need it.
It's not like it'll take me long to cast a spell when I do need it, anywho. So we'll just...
Main thing Scarlet's going to do is she's going to flex one of her Eldritch Knight feats, just going to put her hands out, and there's a little flicker of magic, and 2 flashes of light, and her swords are in her hands.
Fancy.
Yeah, it's just the thing I can do. Weapon bond. I get that at level 3 for Eldritch Knight.
I'll just... Varleth's just going to play an energetic tune upon his lute. Get everyone hyped up.
Are you actually doing any kind of bardic inspiration type situations at all? Or are you just playing music?
Let me see here. Well, yeah, I'll give a bardic inspiration now to Scarlet.
Okay, I have...
Seems like a...
Basically,
right.
You have a dice that you can add to skills or attacks
Yep, for the next 10 minutes. And in my case, it's a 1d12 you can add on to any roll.
All right.
So whenever you want to make
And
use
it-
of...
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, whenever you want to make use of Bardic Inspiration, you can get an extra roll of a d12 to whatever check you're trying to do. And I think it's
All right.
skills, abilities, and attacks, I believe.
Mm-hmm. And it specifies that you can choose to wait until after you see the result of your d20 roll to decide to use inspiration. So you don't have to declare it in advance.
Nice.
Right. Which also, does it include saves? Or is it just abilities, checks, attacks, and skills?
Let's see.
You can actually
Good.
click... You can actually click...
saving throws as well.
Saving throws as well. Cool. So saving throws, attacks, and ability checks, which would include skills.
Oh, let me just add on to that what I was saying earlier. You can choose until after you see the result of your d20 roll to declare that you're going to use Bardic Inspiration, but you have to declare it before the Dungeon Master tells you whether or not your base roll was enough. So it's kind of in between those 2 points.
So you can see
So if
your
you roll like a 2, you know it's probably going to need some help. But
All right.
basically, you would have to declare that it's rolled.
You can actually add the inspiration dice after you make the roll.
Yeah. You can basically what it is if you now that you have Bardic Inspiration, I'll give you a step whenever you roll something that is particularly low to see if you want to make use of the dice, and then you'll roll it. That's how I will make that work. Otherwise, I'm going to be much more prone to say, "Hey, you failed," whenever you roll something and you've already rolled your total. So the way that I will handle that is I will give you a cursory thing of, by the way, you want to use Bardic Inspiration?
Okay.
So Scarlet has Bardic Inspiration. Hooray! Do you deliver that Bardic Inspiration in any sort of special way? Or is it just like a musical thing on your lute that's particularly uplifting to Scarlet or something?
I'll pretty much keep the same tune, but I'll also do interpretive dance while I'm at it.
Of course you will.
Yes, yes.
Scarlet just kind of bobs her head and he's like, combat and a show. Nice.
If we're going to die, we might as well be entertained.
Oh, that's defeatist attitude.
Alright. So, there is a moment when the giant guards go down and will basically use the winches and things to move the doors up. And there's this sort of slow, tense moment as barred doors rise, and now you have a long hallway. You guys have a couple of moments to stand yourselves in specific places around the various doors and things. You can do so.
Kind of a central position.
Central, okay.
So where I'm at, yeah, I'll stay near the tough-looking person.
All right. And Byrn and Monte go to the corners?
I do.
No, Byrn moved to the corner. Monte going to stay in the other corner? Or that other corner?
Yes.
Okay. Alright, so, people can roll for me perception. 34, holy crap.
Jesus Christ.
16.
We need a Varleth. You would just click perception on your character sheet if you're not sure how to do that on roleplay.
Yeah, I'm trying to just you know what? I know what the problem is. Give me a sec.
1.
I see what the problem is. There it is.
Okay, so 16 with a plus 12, 16 with a plus 1, 22 with a plus 6, and 34 with a plus 15. Yeah. All of you hear it because it's not that particularly quiet.
Is it scary?
Potentially, depending on character. From the doorway over here. Oh no, not that one. This one. From the doorway up top, center to where you guys are standing, there is very loud footsteps, and since you all rolled more than 15, you will also hear a slight sort of dragging sound.
Oh no.
Boy.
And, yes.
Can I try and be stealthy and hide in the wall and what crap?
There's not a lot of places to hide in where you're at, but sure.
My cloak says that it provides color shifting camouflage.
Oh, that's true. You can hide wherever you want. Yeah. Go ahead and roll stealth. Camouflage into a corner.
And it says I have advantage on specifically stealth. So I don't think this sheet is prompting me for advantage. Oh, I got it. Yeah, here. Advantage. Oop.
25. Okay.
I am happily a corner in the room.
Yeah.
Happily a corner.
So those of you who are paying attention and have heard the large crashing, Byrn sort of steps into a corner. His coat flickers a bit. His cloak flickers a bit, and he just all but ninja disappears into the wall.
Oh, that's a neat trick.
Not bad, not bad.
And yeah, Monty or anybody else wanting to do something before what's coming to you gets to you? You have maybe a round of time or so.
Okay.
Nope, I'm just holding firm, embracing myself, and getting ready for whatever the fuck.
Yep.
Alrighty.
I think.
Scarlet's human, right?
Yes, I am human.
So you do not have dark vision.
No,
You are facing. Are you facing this way?
I am facing south.
You're facing south. Okay. When you
You
heard
hear something behind you.
when you heard the loud stomping and the crashing, you would have heard it from behind you.
Then I would have turned to face that.
Okay. So, well, Vorkelberg wants to take his brief moment to give a slight bow to Scarlet and say, I'll be here to help. And then I cast invisibility on myself.
I'll be right here. Poof.
Everyone's
Promise.
disappearing. Everyone's just disappearing.
Don't worry, I'm right with you.
I
Alright.
was going to take that spell,
Just-
but then I was like,
Just
no.
right with you.
He says
Oh,
as
I
he
do
runs
have-
away.
No.
Does anyone else have difficulty seeing other than Scarlet?
No.
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure everybody has dark vision.
So before the scariness comes through the door, I sort of tiptoe over next to Scarlet. Psst. Do you need something to help you see?
It's not that dark in here. I can see.
Maybe I should
And the
back
person
up.
you thought you were talking to was never there.
Yeah, I am going to back up.
I
a
want to
little bit.
back up, guys.
Yeah, more central.
All right. So, yes.
Yeah, that'll be a good spot.
With that in mind, people have done their thing. People have prepared. Yeah, we are going to have confrontation start. Roll for me initiative as a beast comes through this door. With your
And
perception.
David, for instruction here, click on your token before and have it highlighted on the map before you click initiative. It automatically adds to the map.
God damn.
Okay, and then I click initiative on my character sheet.
I've been looking at people getting such high bonuses. I have a +3 to my initiative.
Aww.
Mine adds my charisma to my initiative because of class. No,
Right.
rogue.
Sorry, I
You're
rolled
fine.
that twice.
I'll take your 13. Because it was the first one.
That thing has 4 arms. Two of them.
That's have 4 arms. So...
Does not, however, have 6 arms, so it's not Gilgamesh, and so I am sad.
Alright, fine.
Who's rolling a 0 over there?
It won't have 0 for long. Give it a minute.
Okay,
Alright.
Wow, no.
it didn't get a lot better, but
No, 6, but that is higher than 0.
Alright. So, and with everyone having decently high perception from earlier, you are able, especially the two that are towards the edges of the wall, you realize that the reason there was the dragging sound is this big creature, which is referred to as a dragalith, by the way.
so
As it was making its way forward, the dragging sound you were hearing is you realize that there is a set of chains tied to its feet that are keeping it from essentially going very far.
Alright.
You're not necessarily how much slack they have on the chains, but you can tell that there are chains to its feet to keep it from perhaps, pole vault jumping out of the hole that it's in.
That would be unfortunate.
Uh-huh. Yep.
So
But,
is this kind of thingy an undead kind of thingy?
It is
What
not
I
an undead kind of thingy. Nope.
Looks more like a monstrosity or fiend to me.
It is categorized as a fiend, a demon. Yes. So, Monte is first. What are you going to do for your turn, Monte?
She's going to lunge forward with her rapier.
Considering that you... Wait a minute. Did you really...
What?
Hold on, I'm checking something because I'm curious. You have the highest initiative roll, but you rolled second to lowest actual number. Anyway.
Yeah, I know. I was surprised.
Anyway. So,
She's
17,
going to-
Monte, go. You lunge forward. What you doing?
She's going to attack with her rapier. Does a 15 hit?
Yeah, it does.
It does! Ooh!
It does.
So, 7 piercing, but it also takes 3d6 sneak attack damage.
It is technically not much aware of you, so yeah.
No, it doesn't matter if it knows.
Oh, that's right.
If I was hiding.
That's right, because you're fancy like that.
12.
So a total of 19.
And then as a bonus action, I'm going to disengage. It does not get any attack opportunities on me because of fancy footwear.
Yep.
Just going to go over
Okay.
here. Basically, I just did a curve run and poked at it.
You did precisely what you said you
and
did.
run away.
Yeah, pretty much.
You did precisely what you said you did. You poked it and you ran.
Was fair.
Shanghai!
And now to our drow.
You said he's got the metal chains like around his feet, right?
Yep.
Then I want to cast Heat Metal
Which, by the
on
way,
those chains.
it's worth noting that when you do cast heat metal,
Yeah.
it will drop your invisibility because 1 is concentration and 2 because it's a spell. Whenever you cast a spell in invisibility,
Yep.
your invisibility drops.
That's fine, though.
Okay. So, if the creature is holding or wearing the object and takes the damage from it, the creature must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or drop the object if it can. If it doesn't drop the object, it has disadvantage on tackles and ability checks until the start of your next turn. So, roll
Boy.
roll me 2d8. There's a little dice thingy. I don't know if you have your spell for heat metal in your. Actually, you did roll damage already, didn't you? Sorry.
Yep.
Yeah.
2
So
times.
it did it all on its own. Sorry, I missed that. So I will take the 9 damage.
Yep. And thanks to the spell, since it's concentration, I can just maintain it to keep doing the damage.
Right.
Okay.
And then it is creatures blah 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 blah. Till the start of your next turn. You can use a bonus until the spell ends. You can use a bonus action on each of your subsequent turns to cause damage again. Okay. So, yeah, it has to roll a Constitution save of 18, and that is a no. And it can't drop the chains that are around its feet, so it has disadvantage on attack rolls until your next turn.
Beautiful. And I'm just going to pop back one step here.
Scarlet,
All
what you
right.
doing?
My turn. Alright, so, seeing that sucker there, and realizing he's a lot bigger than I was expecting the first monster to be, I'm going to throw caution to the wind. I am going to expend one of my 2 3rd-level spell slots, and I am going to cast Melt's Minute Meteors.
That's fancy.
M-Cube.
Indeed. And what this does, I will just read off the spell card here for everyone's understanding. You create 6 tiny meteors in your space. They float in the air and orbit you for the spell's duration. When you cast a spell, and as a bonus action on each of your turns thereafter, you can expend 1 or more of the meteors, sending them streaking toward a point or point you choose within 120 feet of you. Once the meteor reaches its destination or impacts against a solid surface, the meteor explodes. Each creature within 5 feet of the point where the meteor explodes must make a dexterity saving throw. Creature takes 2d6 damage on a failed save, or half as much damage on a successful one.
Nice.
So I have 6 meteors just kind of floating around me as I do that, just kind of materializing from the ether. And as at the start of the spell, the creature is still coming through the portcullis gate thing, right?
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to attack the stonework over its head, like 5 feet above its head if possible, so that not only does it get hit by the explosion, but I also want to drop rocks on its head.
Okay.
So it needs to make a dexterity saving throw first for the explosion.
Okay. 13, that's a no.
That's definitely a miss, so it takes the full 2d6 damage. That is 6. Not a lot of damage, but I just have like 5 more rounds of just guaranteed 2d6. And what happens with the stonework over its head where I shot the meteor? Do any rocks drop on its head?
The rocks seem to be pretty solid, but you have put a discernible crack up there, and the most that will come down just from the 6 damage will be just this little pebble that does negligible amounts of stuff.
Alright, so that spell is my main action there, alas, so I'm pretty sure I don't have the capacity for this round. I mean, I do have action search, but I'm going to save that until such time as I feel like I actually need it. So, after doing that, I'm going to move myself here, sort of between Monte and the thing, just in case it gets angry at the person who shanked it and wants to chase her. Scarlet would be in its path.
Nice.
And that'll be my turn.
Okay, Byrn, what you doing?
So, I'm still being sort of sneaky. I'm going to assume it doesn't know where I am yet.
Oh.
I would like to carefully walk up to it and try and deliver a touch spell to it.
Okay.
Getting ballsy here.
So,
As noise is made.
casting at what level? Hold on. First time using Roll20 as a caster. Galaxy brain stuff going on. At higher.
Big brain.
That's good, I think. Okay. Yeah. Oh, no. Quit. Wait. Thank you. Good.
Oh. Interesting.
So that's a wall of text, and my understanding is he gets a bunch of negatives, and specifically some extra negatives to one ability score and related things of my choice.
So, though the spell was not really written in a way because it was pulled strictly from the compendium, the nature of, when it says choose the nature of the curse, that is specifically what kind of options you want to give it. Yeah. So it is a specifically
Each of the things that start while
curse is an
the target is cursed this, or while the target is cursed that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
While the target is cursed, they have disadvantage on ability checks and saving throws made with wisdom.
Okay. Now it does not have. It has to fail to save from your thing before it would have the disadvantage. So it would have normal on your own for your wisdom save.
Correct. And their DC is 18.
Okay. That is a no.
So he's a little less wise and has disadvantage on all things wise.
Good for him.
And I assume that being an action, I'm done. Unless I could also tiptoe back into the corner.
You still have movement speed, but
You would be engaged now, so if you want to go, he would get an attack of opportunity.
Does he see me? I'm still camouflaged.
Yes, but you did also just put your hand on his thigh and curse him. He's gonna know someone's there.
Let me roll perception.
I mean, he can try and see me.
What was your stealth for before? Actually, roll stealth again.
Okay.
The circumstances changed.
Yes. And I roll that at advantage.
What?
24.
Yeah, no.
And his wisdom or perception check to see me is at disadvantage. And he wouldn't know to look at me until after I inflicted him with the thing.
Right. So yes, no. He does not necessarily know where that comes from, but he growls and sort of slashes at your direction with one of his smaller hands, but misses because he's not sure where you are, and you can back away. If you
So
want.
would I technically be able to back into the corner or no?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
You still have.
Okay, I'm
you
good.
still have movement to do so.
Yay! Tiptoe, pokey, tiptoe. I'm done.
We're like the most venomous wasps with one Hercules beetle. Like that is this entire group, a bunch of poisonous wasps, and a single beetle.
Speaking of the beetle,
Yeah.
Indeed, he is going to lash out at the only person that he can see that is in direct confrontation. Person sneezes.
nice,
Double.
double nice.
Yeah, it would have been nice if I'd sneezed 69 times. Now,
I feel like that would just hurt.
Right now it just hurts. At least if it was 69 times, it would be the number nice.
Okay, yeah. So, anyone here know Elvish?
Yes.
I know those languages: Common, Elvish, Draconic, and Celestial.
I know several, at least one of which is Elvish. I am a half elf.
Yes. Okay. Those of you who know who know Elvish, which I'm not sure who all of you knows Elvish, but at least two of you do. This Dragolith essentially screams "die" in Elvish and is attacking Scarlet. With multi-attack, because it can do that.
Oh, yeah.
First one is with its big, huge teeth that just come down at you like a bite. Roar.
Yep.
Oh shoot!
That's a hit.
Alright. It hurts.
Yeah, 18 damage. Yeah.
And then Claw. 15.
No.
And then Other Claw. 14.
No. No. I get bit on the shoulder, but then just kind of like catch the claws of my swords and just shove them back.
Alright.
Like, oh, nice teeth.
Yeah. And he I'm assuming you say nice teeth in Elvish if you know Elvish. You do? So.
Yes. Yeah, I say that in Elvish. Just, oh, nice teeth. Then shove the claws back.
Monte. You have...
Alright, 18 damage hurts, but I have 180 hit points at max, so I'm good.
Oh yeah, I know. Monte, what you doing?
It's my turn again, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
How do I get a zoom in picture? Because I want to look at the picture to insult it.
Oh.
Well, I mean, he's got like an 8-pack, or like a 10-pack rocket down there, so...
Looks like a lot of white.
Also, since Monte has traveled around a little bit and comment was made about it earlier, those of you who have actually any kind of history and have traveled around and seen various people, certain aspects and features of this entity do appear to be drow. It's just very messed up.
Oh no, an unloved child. Ugh.
Ooh.
That would work. Which you could say in whatever language you want, or in common if you want. Actually, he doesn't know common.
Just gonna cast vicious mockery at it for 2d 4 damage.
You look like a cockroach.
No,
Wouldn't it be
an unloved child.
Wouldn't it?
Yes, but I'm only 10 levels of bard,
Ah, okay.
so
So 2d4.
yes.
Wisdom save. Oh, also, I forgot. It would have technically had disadvantage on those attack rolls because of heat metal.
No,
Forgot about that.
just remember.
Does an 18 hit you?
An 18?
What?
I'm going back to something I did with Brian previously. Would an 18 have hit you?
Just. My armor
Okay.
class is 18.
Then I'll treat that then because I rolled a 24 previously and then no, that was the damage. It's fine. Fine. Anyway, Monty vicious mockery thing.
I need to make a wisdom save.
3.
Yeah, it takes the damage and that's disadvantage still
That's disadvantage again.
on attack rolls. On the
Uh-huh.
next attack roll.
Oh shit, that reminds me, I actually need to roll a constitution save to see if my meteor's up. Or is it just a regular constitution check? I can't remember if it's the same.
It's a Constitution save.
Oh yeah, there. my meteors are still working.
And she's going to move to... I don't know, why am I measuring? I already know she can get everywhere in here.
Yeah, pretty much. Quick question.
Yes?
Passive perceptions for everybody in the group.
Let's see.
Mine's 22.
Right.
Where's that thing at?
I think
It'll be
Varleth
right
is a
under
6.
all your skills.
I think
There
Varleth
it is.
is
It's a 16.
Varleth is 16. Monte's is a 22 because shenanigans.
Yeah.
And Scarlet's is 11. Byrn. 30.
Byron
Okay.
probably notices.
Right. Okay. So, as this combat is going on, all of you except for Scarlet, pick up on more of that sound of stomping and dragging that you had heard previously. This time coming from this door over here.
Oh no, that's too close to me. I gotta get out of here.
Alright, and it's your turn, Varleth. How about that?
Beautiful. I'm gonna head up here. I'm gonna get more behind this guy. And I'm just gonna use that bonus action to get another TV on. So go roll that real quick.
Keep in mind that you can, since you're maintaining that spell, you can still cast another spell. You're not casting 2 spells in a turn. You are making
That's
use of...
true.
You can use your action to do a spell or something else if you wish.
Yeah,
True,
just
true.
another concentration.
Just not
In that
concentration.
case, I will, hold on, also cast Vicious Mockery.
Okay.
The guy's just being insulted to death.
Best part of being a bard.
No, that's a fail.
It's a fail, so now
3
I gotta
psychic.
go back to it.
So
3
now you
psychic.
can roll.
Not now. I'll roll the heat
Right.
damage. Beautiful. 9 points.
Okay. Right. And now I roll Constitution saving throw from heat metal
Yeah.
to see if he doesn't accrue disadvantage from heat metal when he would already accrue disadvantage from thing.
Like I said, hornets and a beetle.
Yeah, really.
Oh,
Does not make your save.
any good.
Okay, Scarlet. You have a very sad
Okay.
and upset-looking demon thing right in your face.
Alright, well, for the time being, I'm going to go ahead and hold on to my meteor so that I have that bonus action hanging around for an additional full set of force swings I believe I can get. Okay, the first attack. Does a 14 hit this fucker?
No,
Second attack.
That
Does
does.
24 hit?
that does.
Okay, roll that damage. 8 damage. Third attack.
Yep.
Another 8. And final attack.
Ow.
Alright.
Okay,
It's just like, like a quick 3 set of slaps across his pecs.
this is a lot.
A little whirlwind of silver.
Alright, and that is your turn.
That is my turn.
Byrn.
You said that he was fiendish,
Mm-hmm.
so he's not native to our plane.
Not necessarily true.
Okay.
Being fiendish, he is obviously related to something that is not from this plane, but that doesn't necessarily mean that he is not.
He could be something from this plane that's been corrupted by something from another plane.
Bingo.
Gotcha. So he's taken at least 1 point of damage from some slashing sabers, so I think I'm going to do...
It's gonna need some therapy.
Probably. It might not be able to hear your vicious mockery. Let's see, what level?
Ding.
Cast cantrip at what level? That would be my cleric level, right? Or would it be player?
No,
Just hit it as is. It just procs it even though because it's a spell, but cantrip can't go higher levels. They just go higher levels based on their own thing.
It is one that scales like Eldritch Blast does.
Right. It'll scale because of your level, but it won't.
It wants to know what level is it casting.
Yeah,
Do I
right.
leave
that
it
for my
blank?
vicious mockery. Just hit OK.
Yeah, just hit OK.
Okay. Oh, gotcha. That's weird. All right. So yeah, he is injured, so it'd be 3d12.
It is. You're at least level 11 of Cleric.
Yep.
So 3d12, assuming he fails his wisdom saving throw. Which he probably will.
Disadvantage.
I know. 13.
Yep. So he hears 30 points worth of ouch in his ear brain.
Your brain.
What's an ear brain?
Is he gonna go, attempt to go
It's
crawling back?
It's what even he didn't realize existed until this happened.
Yep, pretty much.
Didn't know it was there until it started hurting.
Wow.
Okay. Because of this big spell and ding in his ears, it's almost funny. The little arms hold up to his ears as he reels backwards and screams in this inhuman roar. And there is he's going to create a cloud of darkness centering around himself.
How big?
It is 15-foot radius centered on him. So, Monte,
Are boss tokens able to have like an aura?
I can do that.
That's
That's a lot of darkness.
It's a little problematic, I'd say.
that
Yep.
is a 15-foot radius.
It is, because it's an aura.
Oh no.
So,
Well,
everyone now is in darkness. The dark vision cannot help. Dark vision and non-magical light can't help you. And even
magical darkness.
yes, it's a very magical darkness. And none of you can see anything around you currently. And Monty's the only one that's not in the shroud of darkness.
Okay.
This is
What are you
a
doing?
problem.
What are you doing, Monty?
No.
Also, beginning of your turn, Monty,
Mhm.
you catch the big stomping and things. There's another one.
Oh boy. Right. So, is that a magical effect?
It is technically considered a magical effect because it is magical darkness.
Mm.
I have a great idea. There's just one problem.
Yeah?
Well, for one thing, it's my turn, and for another thing, Monty's in the blast zone.
It's not your turn. Monty's not during her turn. Monty's, or when
I'm
is your
still
turn?
doing my turn.
I know. Well, I'm hoping you won't be in the blast zone by the time mine comes around.
Yeah. Action. Dispel magic on the darkness. At level 3.
It's within range. It doesn't say you have to be able to see it, so you
Yeah,
know.
it's within range. So,
Yeah. And then for each spell of 4th level or higher on the target, make an ability check using your spellcasting ability.
So.
It's not a 4th level spell, so
Hey! It just goes away.
well, how about that?
Nice.
Yeah.
That's good.
I'm gonna be like, yeah, no, we're not gonna play in darkness. Yeah, we'll go up here.
Alright.
Oh, and
So
and
Brian,
now,
all you gotta do is go bottom right. We'll have all the corners covered now.
and
I'm
by,
gonna sit there and
by the way, now that the darkness is gone, those of you that are in darkness for a moment, seeing as how even having dark vision, those of you that have it, you still could not see because dark vision does not stop magical darkness
Right.
from the spell.
Oh, hey, look,
Um,
present.
There's another Dragolith over there.
So, upon seeing this, Varleth will strike the scare chord on his lute. Just like in a
Wow.
It's sharp and jarring.
What are you doing?
Starting to feel awful isolated on this side of the room. But I am committed to this corner idea. So, what we're going to do is we're going to cast Vicious Mockery again, because that's just what a good spellcaster does.
Now, I will point out for you, since this is something that would be beneficial to potential strategy and things, and I believe, Varleth is decently smart. Varleth is decently smart.
Yeah.
If you cast Vicious Mockery on this one,
Yeah. Oh,
And
I
then-
can still be heat metal that guy.
yes, you could then heat metal this one still, which would then potentially give both of them disadvantage on attacks.
Why? Oh.
Sir, you raise an excellent point, and I think that is exactly what I'm going to do. So that vicious mockery roll I did will be for the guy down yonder.
You see, I love Dalred as a DM, not necessarily because of his roleplay chops, he kind of falls short on that sometimes, but because he's nice and gives us advice.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. It's good.
So
yeah,
Vicious Mockery on the one down below.
only did 3 damage, looks like.
It also failed. Because he made
Valreth is sad.
But you can do heat metal again. Roll the damage on that.
Oh yeah, no. You bet I'm doing heat metal. We are not letting up on that. We gotta keep at least one of these guys hurting.
And with my 19 Constitution save, because it doesn't have disadvantage, that one doesn't have disadvantage on attacks either, but he takes damage.
Alright.
By the way, Brian, Scarlet, make for me a perception check.
Oh no.
Natural 1.
Okay.
Oh.
Where'd the darkness go?
Where'd the darkness go? All I see is stuff.
Yeah, pretty much.
It is my turn, yes?
Yes, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and shimmy myself up to this corner. I'm still engaged with the guy.
Right?
Well, and like, how tall is this guy? Like, theoretically, if one were to like duck down someone, could they like scurry twixt his legs easily enough?
He is classified as a large creature. And he is rather, lanky in the legs department, so theoretically, yeah, it'd be kind of hard, but you could, if you wanted
Alright. Okay, alright, that's not what I'm doing. I'm simply like, I like see his buddy lumbering out of the thing behind him and like, oh no. And then I'll like, yes, alright. So Scarlet is going to point the tip of the saber in her right hand right on this square here, where that guy's coming out. And on the tip of it, a big old ball of swirling purple flames is going to appear, and she is going to cast Fireball on that square. And I'm just going to shoot out the tip of her sword into that square between that guy's legs, just shooting right through.
Nice. Okay. So, what is nature of Fireball?
Alright, Fireball. Each creature in a 20-foot radius of where I decided to plunk it must make a dexterity saving throw. Let's see here. On a failed save, they will take 8d6 fire damage, or have as much on a successful one. The fire spreads around corners that ignites little objects in the area that aren't being worn or carried.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and roll that 8d6 damage preemptively, and we can divide it by half if either of them succeed their saves.
Right, yes.
So 29.
Alright, so dexterity save from both of these things. Okay.
14 is a failure. 19 is a pass.
Alright. I was rolling for this one up top first.
Okay.
So it is 28 times 14. There's 29 rolls round down to 14. It round down to 14. So the one that succeeded, this one down here, takes 14. The one that's up top takes the full 29.
Yep. Then I would like to use my bonus action to expend one of my meteors on the one in front of me.
Before you do that, you rolled a perception check on it because it was something that was happening on not your turn. But considering it's happening on your turn and because of you, you can now pick up on it much easier. Being demonic things, it sort of makes sense. These things are resistant to fire. You realize that now, being close to one of them when a fireball blast went off.
Irritating. I'm still expending one of my meteors.
Okay.
So that's still guaranteed damage.
Yeah. Which one you hit?
It's just half damage, right?
It would be, yeah.
So 4.
to which one?
The one directly in front of me.
And there's no saving throws on that? That's just you throwing it at him?
It's just me throwing it at him. It's basically a...
Okay.
I'm tempted to use action surge.
Can.
Yes, sure. I'm gonna go ahead and use an action surge. I won't be doing that thing that happens, but the other way of doing it is here. You know what? But with that action surge, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cast a magic missile at 2nd level.
Okay.
Which will let me have 4 of those darts. So I'm going to apply all of them into the big dude right in front of me. I'm just trying to get him down.
Okay.
So that's 4 guaranteed hits. There's 4 of them, each one is 1d4 plus 1, so 44 plus 4 damage.
Yep.
That is 14 damage.
And they are force?
Force.
Okay. The one in front of you, the dragon that's in front of you, looks, well, he doesn't look like anything. He kind of falls over.
Woohoo! Look, and kind of end off my turn. I'll just kind of want to like falls or like put one of my feet up on like his slumped over shoulder and just look to his body and like gesture with my swords like a "come at me, bro" kind of gesture, and that'll end my turn.
Byrn, what are you doing?
I don't suppose we hear anybody else barreling down the halls.
Not currently, no.
Being that he is vaguely drowish and corrupted from, does that mean that he's still technically a humanoid?
He is considered a fiend, not a humanoid.
No. Reading what million and one things do.
Yep. Brave spellcasters.
My brilliant plan cannot be done. Sucks. Has he taken damage yet?
The one down below, yes, fireball.
Right. So yeah, I guess he can make me a wisdom save or hear bells in his ear brain.
Okay.
17 is not high enough. Kerplow!
Ball. Okay.
I will have to be good with that.
He does not get his turn yet because his initiative would not come in until the next round from coming in. So Monte.
Do a stab.
Stab.
Puggy buggy.
Like I can't cast fireball again. Now that I know these things are just fire, I wouldn't anyway. That's what a spell slot.
Also, does Scarlet mention that statement with the things are resistant to fire?
Yeah, I would have had her shout that out.
Okay.
That is too big for this area.
Oh, the challenge of fighting in a somewhat confined space.
It's interesting.
Yes.
Spellcasters, even.
Sure, why not? Let's give it a try and see if it has this skill. So I'm curious whether or not it can this.
Well, we established for the wasn't fireball a 20-foot radius?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. We established you could hit this Dragolith without hitting anybody else when he did fireball. When Brian did fireball. Yeah.
Yeah. So
that will not hit anybody else, assuming that it hits.
So dex save.
Let's make a dexterity saving throw on a failed save. 10d4 acid.
Yep.
Uh,
And then you also
5d
take an additional 5d4 damage.
into its next turn. Okay, so dexterity. That was a yeah. Nope. We're only 10d4.
26.
Alright. Don't have any weird craziness against acid. No, you do not. Specifically because poison is different from acid.
Yeah. You just see like her point and just a green spear just goes shooting out and then explode right when it hits them.
Okay. Doing that as your whole time?
Mhm.
Yep. So, our lovely drow.
Oh. I feel like casting Vicious Mockery again after that's going to be a little paltry, but it's what I've got right now.
You got higher level spells, but you know.
Not for offensive purposes.
True.
It's almost all utility. So it's going to have to be Vicious Mockery right now.
Okay.
At least until there's more than one enemy on the field. Then I can do something else.
Okay. So, wisdom.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
3 damage.
And we're gonna just kind of go right behind Scarlet over here. Seems like she knows what she's about.
Alright. And it is to Scarlet.
Alright. I'm going to expend another second level spell slot, and I'm going to cast Chromatic Orb at the asshole on the other end of the arena. So I need to make a spell attack against him. That's 1d20 plus 8 from me.
Yep.
Does 16 hit?
Yep.
Nice. So then that is 4d8 damage. And I'm making it ice.
Ice. Okay.
Yeah. Because if they're resistant to fire, I'm just figuring that ice will probably hurt more. 26. Like, that corner of the arena must be feeling some pretty severe whiplash right now. Because first, it exploded, then it melted, and now it's being frozen in place.
I mean, yeah, it's got a bit of whiplash going on. Byron, what you doing?
I guess I will Toll of the Dead again. Or Toll the Dead.
Nope.
Kerplow with the giant number. Bong!
Okay. Okay. So, it's to its turn. Passive perception. Yeah, passive perception to those around. You hear more thudding footsteps coming from this one.
Dun dun dun.
The one to the south. This one down here.
Is it the same kind of footsteps?
It is the same kind of footsteps. Okay, so I need everyone but Monte. Make for me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
I would like to pop that bardic inspiration now.
Go ahead.
That's a d12, yes?
Yep.
Fuck! I have a 7 total.
Okay.
Even with you. God damn it.
You said it's what kind of save?
Wisdom.
Oh no!
Well then.
Oh no.
Wait. What?
Wisdom save for Byrn.
Mine would actually be an advantage.
Why is yours advantage? Oh, right. Race. Race type. Race and other shenanigans. Gotcha. So,
Do I have to roll?
nope, you don't. Because what happens is, this one down here, seeing all the crazy magic and fireballs and things going off, he will point with one of his smaller arms and just sort of laugh. And in Elvish, to those who can understand it, Elvish, he will simply say, "Lay." And as he points off, a very strange little ominous green and purple sphere flies out of his hands and launches in a 10-foot burst around the party that's up there in the corner. So it goes this way, up here. And those who failed to save, which is everybody but Byrn, you are now confused.
Oh.
Balls. Oh no.
Yeah. Is he done with his turn?
Yeah, he is now done with his turn.
Oh,
Yes.
good. He takes an additional 13 points of damage.
Does indeed. So 13, and then because confusion is concentration, he's fine.
Damn it.
So he took an extra 13. Yeah. So it's the end of his turn. It's your turn, Monty. Whatever you do for your turn, at the end of your turn, there's one down there. Anyway. And I rolled that wrong. His thing is 5, not 3.
Do you have any spells that'll make other people hit harder?
Not particularly. I do have some stuff that can help.
Because Vicious Mockery, which I'll put is like not helping a whole lot here.
No, I've got some stuff, especially when that next monster is in the room. I've got some stuff that can help us out, but
Alright.
until the confusion wears off, or we deal with that. So,
Alright.
but once we get past that, I got a couple of Not damage spells, but spells that can make life a little easier.
What you got for us, Monty?
I don't know.
How articulate?
Rogue stab? Right? Or something? I don't fucking know. Stab him.
I mean, yeah. Sure, before that guy came out, she moved up to here. And she's gonna go pokety poke.
Alrighty.
And misses.
11 will miss, yes.
And she'd be like, fuck this shit, I'm out. Backs up.
Fuck that.
Alrighty. And that is your turn, yes?
Yes. I don't know how to cure confusion.
Alright. So, if you will do me a favor then, David, roll for me a d10. Just a single d10. 5. Yes. So, with a 5, the creature doesn't move or take any actions on its turn. You just sit there and sort of babble.
Can I at least babble in a stylish way?
Sure.
Are you bragging to yourself that only you understand?
Right now, Varleth is taking comfort by telling himself, and Scarlet, I suppose, tales of how great he is, and hence we can't possibly fail.
If I weren't a married woman, I would be jumping all over you.
What? And Monty's just going like, what are you guys talking about?
Hey, Scarlet,
That's all
roll me a
charisma.
d10.
Coming into play.
assume I have to roll that d10 as well?
Yep.
6.
6. Yeah. You spend your turn in a nice, lovely, somewhat confused conversation with your buddy there. It's almost as if the dragolips and things are not there.
Okay, so we're just flirting. That's good.
Someone snap out of it, come on!
Byrn.
At this rate, the monsters will get confused.
Like, we were fighting them a moment ago, now they're taking their clothes off. What the fuck? Well, I
Fine,
cast
what you-
confuse on them. This is not what I wanted.
Alright, what you got, Byrn?
Monsters should.
I guess I will do this. What does higher level do? You know what? That is a what level base? 3, 4, 5, 6. Sure.
Nice.
Why not?
So...
I called for the spirits to protect me. They fled around me to a distance of 15 feet, so I totally would have moved first. Like I said, I didn't know it was going to go straight into the damage. If you are good or neutral, they are going to be Fey. I designate any number of these 2 ugly boogers at the south end of the room. Wait, no, they are not affected. My party is not affected. So they will make wisdom saves. On a failed save, they take radiant damage. Or on a save, half that much. And because I'm doing 6th level, did this automatically account for that? It's an additional d8 for each slot above 3rd. So 1d3... Oh, okay, so it would be the 16 plus the 14. Gotcha. So, yeah. I would be wanting to move to where they're both in range. Which I think I can pretty easily do that.
Yeah.
And I'm still camouflaged.
Ish. As best you can be when you're not near a wall.
Well, what's the radius on this? 15-foot radius. Where's my ruler thing? So yeah, I guess I would move to put them both in a radius, which would be 5, 10, 15. 5, 10, 15. So I could technically move there.
Yep.
That has both of them in a 15-foot radius.
Yeah.
Right?
I believe so.
And I designate it's not going to hurt my allies.
Right. Let me...
So they each make... Is this just passively on my turn?
Yep. This is an action to cast, and then it'll stay on you for your concentration.
And the concentration's like absolutely forever. I think it's like 10 minutes or something. Up to 10 minutes concentration.
Yep.
So yeah. Thank you. So yeah, they both have. I guess it triggers on my turn then.
Yeah, when you're running to, you're basically running to them and casting it.
Yeah. So then they both make wisdom saves.
Okay.
Then
19 is a yes. And 3.
which
one
is
19.
which?
This one's the 19. This one's 3.
Okay. So the 19 takes 15 radiant, and then the other one takes 30 radiant.
So the 19 took 15 radiant.
The one that made it took half, which is 15.
So yeah. So hey, two lovebirds over there. You're not lovebirds anymore. Because the one that did that totally just is not around anymore. Or well, passes out and falls over. So yeah.
God, that's so embarrassing.
Now it's your turn,
Good, now
Brad.
you can help us with the other one. I'm
the-
suspecting one more is going to come out.
So then this one, on its turn, is going to come to you, Byrn. Because it sees your guardian
It's going to
thing.
be a bunch of little floating things all over the place. Does it see me?
You do need a place to hide. You have no wall near you.
It says it shifts colors.
There's
Right.
only so much that can do.
Right. It's not like these things are like me and have horrible depth perception. It can totally see where you are when you're not got anything to hide against.
Alright, fair enough.
Okay. So Dragolith is gonna smack and multi-attack a half elf. 14.
Miss.
28 hits.
Yep.
I'll crit that in a second, but the 12 also misses. Alright, so this is double dice, but not double damage. So this is easy dice roll. Boom! Ooh! That hurt.
Ouch.
Yeah, roll me a Constitution save. Because it's half the damage taken or 10, whichever's higher. So you would be
Can I
making
do
a.
10?
You would have to
You
make
have
a.
pass of 21.
Yeah, you would have to make a Constitution check of past 21. Constitution save.
Constitution save.
Save.
Yeah.
Did you pick up Warcaster?
Me?
Yep.
Don't think so.
Okay,
Okay,
you don't
then.
get advantage.
So Constitution save. Spirit Guardian go poof,
Okay.
and you get smacked in the face very heavily. Monty, what you doing? Oh right.
Ah, right.
So before we get into that, everyone but Byrn, make for me a perception check.
No.
Why'd you start, Cat? Perception?
Perception.
26.
20.
20.
Okay. So the Dragolith, he just lashes out with his claws and smacks at Byrn very hard, just across the face, this deep gouge. Blood goes splattering against the wall off to the side, and Byrn's blood is black, not red.
Yeah.
Monty.
Strange.
He's gonna pop up here and poke at it again.
Pokey.
27.
Okay,
That'll
you
hit,
might be
for
taking
sure.
your-
Sneak attack damage, right? Or well, damage and sneak attack.
11 damage. 7. Oh, Jesus.
90.
Hmm.
Alrighty. So, you guys are no longer confused. What are you doing?
There's only one guy left in the room now.
Yep.
But it's a safe bet there's going to be a fourth one coming in a moment.
You make that
Let me
assumption,
see.
sure.
I feel confident about it. So I'm going to cast Dominate Monster. Now, because we're fighting him, I believe he does get advantage on his saving throw against me.
Mm-hmm.
But if he fails, he belongs to me.
Okay then. So, the wisdom save at advantage, yes?
Yeah.
17.
He's got to beat the 18, so that's
Nice.
it. I've got him.
Got him. So what does this look like when Varleth does dominate monster?
I come tap dancing down in front of him, playing my lute all the way.
You plant a small kiss on his cheek.
I don't know about that, but I do flick my hat off my head, and with a flourish, I place it on his head.
Cappy.
And now he knows that we are friends.
Alright. Okay. So you do that. Scarlet, what are you going to do?
I mean, now that it's dominated, is it going to stay that way?
It's a concentration up to 1 hour.
I mean, does Scarlet know dominate monster or dominate type spells?
Can I use an Arcana check to find out?
Sure.
That's a natural one.
But you can't crit fail that.
Oh,
Well, I mean, you have an inkling that Varleth had done something kooky with this thing, and the Dragolith, it's sort of obvious that he's not going to attack or whatever, what have you. He seems to be eyeing Varleth and just sort of staring at him and enjoying the hat he has on his head.
Scarlet will look to Birkenbark himself. And,
Okay.
and is it still safe to try and blow him up, or is he out?
No. He is our charming companion for the time being. He can die later.
He
All right.
nods.
And I will turn to the last door and peer down. Is there another creature coming?
If you guys want to roll perception to see if you're another creature, you can totally do that.
I do want to do that.
Why am I rolling so shit?
32.
All of my skill rolls have been terrible.
Yeah. Perception check from the other two, as if the 32 has any inclination of other things.
Yeah, 32.
Rolling perception.
Yep. Okay. So, yeah, there doesn't seem to be any kind of anything coming down that hall. Also, unlike the other 3 doors, these were winched up as you guys were going along. I kept the giant up here, but he technically was moving around to open the other doors. This one is still closed.
Monty's gonna go over and tap on the... Was it a gate?
Yes, it is a gate.
Or she's gonna tap on it with her sword.
Can I persuade the giant? Can I try and persuade the giant who's been opening these things for us that, please, sir, we'd like some more?
Do we know?
Okay. If you want to persuade the giant to do that, that's fine.
Do we really, though? Do we really?
I mean...
Think carefully about how you answer that question, because that will determine if you live.
Is it just a straight roll?
Yeah, straight persuasion.
Okay. Got anything else for us?
He sort of looks down at you and just chuckles. We do, but there's no need to open the 4th gate. Give her a minute. I suspect she's going to whine and cry in the next... And then in Elvish, whoever will hear Elvish or understand Elvish, which I think is most of you, if not all of you. I don't think Monty knows Elvish. Is Monty the only one that doesn't know Elvish? Those who know Elvish will hear, "What are you doing? Fight! Are you confused?" And if they listen to the sound of the voice, they realize it was coming from ever so slightly above.
Oh no! And I look up.
And off to the side.
Up.
While we're waiting on things to transpire, can I cast a quick spell?
Sure. As long as your spell's an action to cast, sure.
It's a bonus action.
Oh, nice.
Boop.
Do it a favor. On yourself or on someone else?
On myself. I'm a chicken.
So, all those that know Elvish would look up, and even Monty would still look up, because she would hear the language, but she wouldn't necessarily know what it said. And as you look up, you realize that hanging on the wall and having been invisible this whole time,
Is that
Oh.
a Dryda?
It sure looks like one.
it is a
That's
Dryda.
fucking Dryda. Oh no!
It's a what?
It's a drow spider centaur.
Basically, yeah.
At least part of it's humanoid. Ha!
It's classified as a monstrosity, though.
All of my spells are useless. Sorry. Yeah.
We will roll her initiative. I am opting for a new initiative order because I can do that.
Okay. Fair enough. I'm down for that. That's what I would have done anyway.
Yep.
Extra roll 1.
Well then,
Yay. I rolled a 2. Does that count?
Oh no, this is not good.
No. Well, I mean, you're still going after Dryda, bitch. I'm not.
I know, but still.
Varleth did not click on his token before he rolled initiative, but that's fine.
Ooh, the Pinker Bunker built this.
There we go. Oddly enough, it's about the same order that it was originally, except Scarlet is after the enemy instead of before.
Yeah. She's getting tired. That's all.
I haven't really done that much in the thing.
Yeah.
I've thrown a fireball and slashed something a bunch of times, but it hasn't been that long.
Also, natural 1 initiative, and your initiative is still 13. What the crap?
Yep. I must go forward. My charisma compels me.
I must go.
I like coffee.
I must go. My charisma needs me.
Yep.
Alright, well, in that regard, in that regard, what are you going to try to do, Miss Quick Stabby when this thing is 30 feet up a wall? Well, 20 feet up a wall.
20 feet?
Yeah, she's clinging to the wall. She's horizontal. Or vertical, rather.
I'm not playing Luvina right now. She can just walk up that wall after it.
Anyway. Yep.
I can be so mean.
Good.
So mean.
Good. You should. It's a thing you can do.
Yeah, please do. Fuck it up. We need all the advantages we can get.
Oh, I should give this guy his initiative back. He's technically not dead.
Yeah. So, I'm casting polymorph.
Oh!
Oh!
I'm
Okay.
gonna be like, what are you doing up there so high? Aren't you a chicken?
You're going to attempt to turn her into a chicken.
Yep.
Well then. So, let's see. Wisdom saving throw. Concentration, blah blah blah.
If I remember correctly, chickens can sit there and have, float down so they don't take full damage.
Going to look this up. It seems reasonable for a chicken, but...
I mean, it works in Zelda.
I search 5e chicken and I get the very first thing in Google is 5e chicken dinner. Then yeah, it can not sustain flight for more than its turn, and it has a fly speed of 15, and it's 20 feet up. So yeah, you could just float down and not.
So
Okay.
it has to make a save. A wisdom
Wisdom-
save.
Wisdom save. Okay.
Unless they're a shape changer.
Assuming loses all abilities and becomes the thing.
And they get the health point of chicken.
Right, which
Point of chicken.
Yep.
is according to the page that I'm looking at,
Honestly,
at 2.
Okay.
pretty close.
Or accurately, I could do this.
Well, still, roll of wisdom.
Yeah. Wisdom.
No effect.
Okay.
50.
It was close.
So what?
That 19 was my spell save DC.
Indeed.
So polymorph spell no work, sadly.
No.
That would have been very amusing. Varleth, what are you doing?
Alright. So what I'm going to do is I've still got Dominate Monster on the one guy. So I'll direct him to attack the driver.
Okay.
It's like when his turn is up, that's what I'll have him be doing. And it doesn't take me an action to give him a command, so...
Right. He would just still have his command on his turn.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. But so the polymorph didn't go, right?
Right.
So the rider's still up on the wall then?
Yep. Rider just
Yep,
sort of shrugs.
you just heard me throw like an insult at it. That's it.
Yeah.
Right? Nothing wrong with a good old insult, but that means I can't hit it with my sword from here. So I'm just gonna cast Vicious Mockery at it. Be on my own insult.
6 total.
6 total.
That's average.
What?
Yeah,
That's
you tickled her belly button's pride a little bit.
yeah, well, that's what you gotta do
Iron.
some days.
So she is 20 feet up on the 40-foot tall wall.
Yep.
Sure. Can I do... Where is it?
Okay.
Can I do that such that I am immediately above her and can, like, grapple onto her so that I don't fall?
Sure.
Mention to her.
Okay.
And I guess that's my my primary action for my turn. Could I also maybe like heckle her a little bit?
I mean, you'll be able to talk to her when you get up there. And you would also, as part of, I guess, would technically be your movement, be,
Grabbing her.
it's, I guess, acrobatics to grab her.
Oh, okay.
Okay. You want to give her, you would be appearing behind her and coming from above.
Yeah, my goal was to dimension door basically on her since she's clinging to the wall.
Since that's a quick motion and quick movement, I think it's reasonable that she would have disadvantage on the thing because she does not know it's coming. Yeah. Now then, yeah, you're currently on her back.
Yay.
You can heckle her
And,
if you wish to.
Yeah. Let's see. How would I flavor this? Can I like? I guess can I tell her that if she doesn't come down to the ground, that I will force her down?
Okay.
Like implying that I have the ability to force her down if she doesn't come down.
Are you doing this are you trying to persuade her to go down, or are you trying to intimidate her to go down?
Given circumstances, I would say no, definitely.
That feels more intimidate than the other.
All right.
Yeah. So go ahead and roll intimidate then.
Byrn. Would you quit?
Okay. You want me to go down, huh? Okay. I'll get down.
And I guess that constitutes everything I can realistically do on my turn.
Yes. So you're like, okay. You say that, and he's, alright, I'll go down. And you are currently clinging to her, about 20 feet up. He is going to disappear completely.
What?
Roll acrobatics. Okay, good enough. It's only a 20-foot fall. So you're relatively okay. You're just now on the ground. And what is your movement speed, Miss Chicky? 30 feet, like 20 feet up a wall. Yeah. He is going to disappear, and then he reappears there, going to launch a multi-attack. Do multi-attack. Yep. She is going to do multi-attack to our lovely Growl, Varleth.
Oh no. Alright.
So 26.
Morgan, no.
You know, I'm gonna say that hits.
Yeah. How about that?
DM rolls 20, 20, 19.
Now 1 diagonal miss.
That one.
That's
And then 24.
oh, alright. So a couple of good hits.
Yep, 2 hits. Okay. So it is going to do 2 strikes with its sword. One of those was the one that missed. So you get 1 attack with the sword.
Alright.
And that is 13.
Jeez.
Roll for me concentration. Or constitution save, rather.
Yeah, Constitution. Give me a sec.
You have Warcaster?
I don't.
Nope.
Cool.
I went with, like, boosts to my stats and arrow weapon.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're fine. From that one, anyway. And then... she was hitting you twice with her sword and then once with her bite. And the bite is less damage, but so she's biting you. The 11. Wow. Excellent.
Let's max down.
A couple of hard knocks.
And then another constitution save. There you are. Alright. So it is now this guy's turn. He is going to wander his way over here, being dominate monster shenanigans.
Who
And
controls him?
I got him. But he gets to make his own moves. I just tell him what I generally want him to do.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Fuck her up.
he is going to make 3 attacks at the thing. So boop, boop. He missed. Okay.
All 3?
Dang.
Yep.
Well, hot fuck.
Scarlet. Go.
Alright. Well, shit, alright. Shit's kinda gone tits up, okay. Well, I'm going to use my full turn to make 4 consecutive sword attacks. That's the thing I can do. First swing.
17 is a miss.
Second swing.
16 is a miss.
Dang.
Third swing.
21 will hit.
And fourth swing.
And 13 will not.
Fucking hell. How high is this slut's armor class?
I haven't figured that out yet. You did hit her for 11. Your turn, Monte. You're surrounded by very large monster things.
It's like I'm like dancing under her legs, really.
I mean, I can sit here and back up and then cast something, but all of you would get hit by it.
Good.
Let's try polymorph one more time.
I said you are a chicken.
Yes, become a fucking chicken.
Okay.
Fuck, motherfucker.
And I'm actually casting that as a higher level, as a level 5. But that level, casting it at a higher level doesn't matter.
So it's
Does
wisdom,
it?
you said?
Can no one make him have a disadvantage?
Varleth. Either.
No.
Anything below armor class.
No.
Ooh, okay.
What's up?
Charm it.
You are the bard. Seduce her.
Hey, flirt with it a little bit.
Let's go, Elvis.
I mean, I am a Drow, so the game should recognize game.
No, charm it, get it friendly with us.
I will whip out the lute, and I'm going to attempt to do a seductive song and dance routine to convince this Strider that
We are friends.
not only are we friends, but Varleth von Vorkelberg is such a handsome fellow. That it would
Gonna play to that ego?
Wolf herself to lash out at me or my friends. So, really, we should all just get along.
Okay.
I don't know if you want to do like a performance or persuasion for that, but
Well, if you're doing some sort of dance performance, sure.
I prefer.
Is there a spell accompanying this?
No, this is just all charm, all valor.
Well.
Click the button. There it is.
Oh! Natural 20, you son of a bitch! I'm in.
Like
Well,
that!
it's not the worst I've ever rolled.
35 hot fuck.
No,
Well then.
you're not so bad.
Yeah,
I won't steal
Um,
your gold.
Vorkelberg knows what he's about.
All right, so I'm willing to take this because 35, but this is your chance to shine, David. Charm this up. What's this sound like?
Oh God!
Wow.
Putting him on the spot, sure.
Putting me on the spot and I don't even have an actual guitar to work with. Nothing. Hey.
Pull out the mouth harp.
Why can't we be friends? It's uncommon.
Yeah.
I know. Fun. Varleth is so handsome. The handsomest drow.
Oh,
God. You could be mine.
Okay.
Well then,
Are they charmed?
Interpretation. That's what sells it. I'm a much better player than a lyric writer.
right, yes.
Wait, I have to ask. Oh.
Okay.
Does anyone have a bag of holding?
I have
I
bag
don't.
of devouring.
What?
Bag of devouring.
What is a bag of devouring?
Bag of holding, but everything goes in it dies.
Basically.
Oh,
So,
even better.
so yeah, she is looking to you very confused. But physically speaking, without any kind of magic attack, she is somewhat enamored by you in some capacity. Yeah.
It'd
Byrn.
be a finer spectacle for me to place my eggs in.
Well then.
It's unfortunate, but you just said to me.
It is unfortunate.
Anyway, Byrn.
So, since she is utterly and totally confused and distracted at the moment, I'm going to just simply reach out and the thing.
The snow curse. Woo.
All right.
But they take damage and
Charisma.
then lose.
Charisma. Okay.
So she will have disadvantage on ability checks and saving throws with charisma.
Why charisma?
Byrn has a plan. Apparently.
I'm setting up something.
So,
And
So
I
much
really,
easier.
really want her to fail.
Right.
okay.
And I guess no words are needed since she wouldn't hear them right now anyway.
But
Doesn't
there's
matter.
there's no real reason for her to get disadvantage on a wisdom save, even though she can't see you. The spell itself is affecting her the way the spell would. The spell doesn't get any kind of bonus effect just due to her not being aware of it. So sadly, your bestow curse does not work.
Okay, I call shenanigans officially because that's your third nat 20 for her versus me.
Alright.
Anyway.
RNG, man. It gets fucky sometimes.
I'll get her eventually.
Yeah, if you sat there and said wisdom, I could have gotten her into a mouse, and then we've thrown her into the bag of devouring.
Sure, that'll be a very undignified end for this bitch, but you know,
Yeah.
So,
who cares how much dignity there is? You're trying to kill us.
are you still dancing and performing, Varleth?
Yeah, I figure Valreth's gonna keep this going until it stops working.
You got her utterly distracted. And you're playing music?
Yeah.
No. Even better. He's basically just doing the drow version of the get distracted.
I mean,
Every
yeah.
stickman distraction.
But like the cloak or the coat like billowing out with every like stomp he does.
With every
Okay.
stomp and clap, yeah.
So she sort of tilts her head listening to you, and she's like, sure. Waves her hand slightly, and Valreth's suddenly louder. She casts Thaumaturgy to make her performance louder.
Oh Lord.
I am alright with this.
Oh.
Meanwhile, did you command your buddy to do anything different?
I mean, probably have him just keep that back.
Okay.
and then the charm goes away.
Well, it's
Yeah,
not.
that's why-
It's not technically a charm effect. It's just it's going to make her realize what's going on, assuming she gets hit.
Yeah.
And he would technically have advantage because she's distracted.
That's true. There's maybe a chance to get in a sucker punch.
And yet she didn't have disadvantage for me. Oh.
Well, because your thing's not an attack. It's a spell.
Oh, yeah.
Advantage. He hits once. Jeez, my rolls.
There is just such a scattering of nat 1s and 20s in this fucking thing.
That one missed. That one's a crit.
Nice.
Okay. So, hit, crit. From, Dragolith.
Double them dice.
I'm just gonna roll all three of them together, because all three of them's the same. It's just there's 2 hits, so I'm gonna do the adding part of his dice twice. So, boom.
Damn.
Ooh.
Okay.
Not upset about that.
So she is
Is
very...
she still enamored?
No, not no more. Not with a hit like that.
No. Music's gonna be a long way from the mind now.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I'm definitely putting my eggs in that asshole now.
Alright,
No,
anyway.
it's-
Scarlet, what you doing?
Well, seeing as my melee attacks clearly didn't work out so great, I'm instead going to expend my last second level spell slot and cast Scorching Ray.
Okay. Range spell
3
attack. That'll hit.
13 for second.
Nope, that's a miss. It is also a miss.
Fucking hell. This bitch needs a lower armor class. Duty 16.
Right.
I have better luck just using magic missile.
What are you doing, Monty?
I really could be a dick.
You don't know these people if you're afraid to spell to hit everybody.
That's the thing. I'm enjoying the other bards. I still don't know about the other 2. I'm going to slash at them. I don't get any special damage bonuses because everyone is around it.
Your sneak attack not trigger on a roll 25 hit.
My sneak attack. Well, maybe I do get my sneak attack, but I don't. I'm trying to read.
If you get advantage on the attack, then it would be sneak attack, as I understand.
Well, it's if you have
We have it
advantage.
surrounded.
If you have advantage on the attack, you can get sneak attack, but you don't have to have advantage on the attack. Get sneak attack. You just don't have to. You can't have disadvantage.
Well, that's the thing. It's saying like I don't need advantage on the attack roll if another enemy of the target is within 5 feet of it.
Yeah, then you have snake.
Okay. Sorry, what I was thinking is just another additional way. It's like if it was just me up against it, I would have sneak attack. But
Yeah.
I still get it. But yeah, that's a 25 hit.
That'll definitely hit.
8 piercing, 6 additional points, and then she is going to run over to the corner.
I'm assuming accompanied by a bonus action disengage.
Doesn't have to.
Yeah.
Which allows them to use.
Yeah, and then if I wanted to, I could either use it as a dash action or a hide action.
Good. Hide over there in the
But
corner.
I'm not gonna hide because there's nothing to hide behind.
Sure.
I'm just
Alright.
gonna sit here and I'm gonna be like, I would move away if I were you.
Okay. So, Varleth, what are you doing?
I have it on good authority. I should move away now.
Yeah, but you're not a crazy rogue, so you moving away could be a bad thing. Plus, the spider lady also hates you right now.
That's true. It's true.
You messed with her heart. How dare you?
Well,
Later.
I haven't done anything to her. It was the devil, but I don't want her hitting me up with my concentration, so I think I'll try to use a sneak attack.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go hide behind my friend, and I'll direct him to keep attacking her.
Okay.
That's my.
Sure. Well, you've used your disengage action to get away. You don't have cunning action to hide. So you're just behind and have cover from the Dragolith.
Yeah.
Okay. Byrn.
So let's try this again. I'm going to use Bestow Curse, and I'm going to burn a 5th level slot for it, which, for all intents and purposes, it lasts for 8 hours, and I don't have to concentrate on it if it succeeds. But I just want it to succeed.
Right. Alright.
And once again, I'm trying to screw with her. Would you quit making the save? I'm done. I'll do something cool eventually, maybe.
It's RNG, man.
Yep.
Can't
Okay.
I roll the nat 20s? I mean, seriously.
That wasn't even a nat 20, though.
I know. Who invented spellcaster?
What's your DC in this case?
My DC is 18.
Oh no.
Alright. So, I'm going to, because you smacked her and ran, and this guy is annoying her. The two behind her and closer to her right now are not actually bothering her in the least. 20-foot radius centering around this point, like right here. She is. You surface dwellers are like insects, and a 20-foot radius sphere of insects in this area right here. Whoosh. I want the two bards, the bard and rogue, and then the bard, to make for me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, that's lovely.
It's not very good, though.
Damn, I wish I was concentrating on a spell. Then I would have advantage. But why is that?
That's the 24 for the Dragolith, because he's an enemy right now.
14?
That is that is just under her spell save DC, so you both fail.
Shit.
Oh no! Oh no!
And it is the area in that corner where you guys are is heavily obscured. And you guys will take a boom.
Yeah, I finally took damage.
23 to Varleth and Monte. And Varleth Constitution save again.
Ah, shit.
Okay. Good to know. He is now gonna he's gonna now turn around and smack you 3 times.
Oh.
Don't like it.
I'm assuming all those hit.
Oh yeah, no, now that he's swinging at me, he's on his game.
Oh no! Oh no!
Yeah.
Does the insect stay in place, by the way?
Yeah, they are a stationary point. They can't move.
Okay.
So that is 3 hits. Alright, I will just roll all of his damages together because that's easy.
Alright.
And it makes the damage look terrifying because it's huge.
Bomb.
Boom!
I
And that is all in piercing damage variety.
Ooh. My
Scarlet.
goodness, don't look at.
Scarlet, what are you doing?
Okay. Well, I am going to pull something and hope for the best. I am going to use the cantrip Violet Flame Blade. So, it's basically just Booming Blade, but with a slight aesthetic and damage type modification.
As part of the action used to cast this spell, you must make a melee attack with a weapon against one creature within the spell's range, 5 feet. Otherwise, the spell fails. On a hit, the target suffers the attack's normal effects, and it becomes sheathed in purple flames until the start of your next turn. If the target willingly moves before then, it immediately takes 1d8 fire damage and the spell ends. Now, at higher levels, the spell's damage increases when you reach higher levels. At 5th level, the melee attack deals an extra 1d8 fire damage to the target, and the damage the target takes for moving increases to 2d8. Both damage roll increases by 1d8 at 11th level and 17th level.
Alright.
So, the melee attack. Nat 20! Woohoo! Alright.
Alright.
So that's doubling the dice. Will that include the spell dice?
Yes.
That would include the spell's damage dice.
Nice. Also, thanks to let me see here, war magic, when I cast a cantrip, I can make a weapon attack as a bonus action. So I'm gonna do that now. 20, does that hit?
Yes.
So 25 and 12 damage.
Okay.
And the lady is now sheathed in purple flames.
Do the purple flames do anything other than just the No, I can read it. Never mind.
If she moves, then she'll take the damage
Right.
until the start of my next turn.
Monte. You
So
see-
she's going to move all the way back up to this corner and get away from the bugs.
What's your movement speed?
I cast a spell called Long Strider on myself,
Right, yes.
and it gives me 10 extra feet.
That's a lot of shoes.
20, okay, yeah, you're fine. Because it was a 20 feet radius and it was on its edges from where you were, so you're good. Because it's technically considered difficult terrain where the bugs are. But, you're fine. So, all the way over there away from the bugs.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna point at the opposite corner. I'm sorry for vocal board. And I'm gonna say, "Great balls of fire!"
Oh,
At level 5.
I'm not that good at shooting.
Is this a fireball spell?
It's a fireball spell.
At 5th level. Oh shit.
Yeah. That's gonna be
Fine.
10d8.
Save real quick.
20 foot radius from the corner.
Gonna hit the Dryader. And it's unfriendly. And
Vorkelberg.
yep.
Alright. So, Vorkelberg, if I will let you roll it first, go ahead and roll your dexterity saving throw.
Roll well.
You do.
Or to inspire yourself or some shit, I don't know.
Here we go. Here it comes.
Oh, we have not been giving inspiration.
Woohoo! Nat 20!
Woo! Nice.
Aha, instant out of that.
Alright. So, then we have dexterity from the Dragolith, 17, which is no. Because your spell save DC is huge.
Yep.
Roll your 10d6. 5, 2, 1.
Yeah.
So 24, 12. Everybody, all three of them take 12.
Yeah.
That's starting to hurt.
Chugga-chungus.
What now?
Chugga-chungus gets some chug back.
Okay. That's like healing potion. That's
Where
what I
left it go?
Just chug something.
Alright. This quarter has become entirely unpleasant, so Vorkelberg is going to dimension door his way the fuck away from it.
Alright.
And then that takes up my action for now. Hey Brian, did you ever use that Bardic Inspiration I gave you last time?
I think so.
Well, if you have a healing potion on you, you could chug it for a bonus action, because it's you.
I'm going to use a bonus action to give Scarlet the Bardic Inspiration again if she doesn't still have it.
Okay. And what is the
D12.
dice on that? D12.
You get a 1d12. Once within the next 10 minutes, the creature can roll the die and add the number rolled to one ability check, attack roll, or saving throw it.
Right? Bam.
Well, I was wanting to be dramatic with it, but you have rolled so many 20s, you have to be out of 20s. That fact of pure statistical analysis alone is the disadvantage I was trying to get. So, please make for me a Drider charisma save.
Okay.
Ooh.
All right. 17.
So she is banished.
Fifth. Now, thing is, when she goes to vanish and disappears, the thing about this is a Drider is the point in which a Drider becomes a Drider is in the ethereal plane, that they disappear to whenever they disappear, and by all that counts, from the way I as GM wanted to flavor it, it makes her technically native to the ethereal plane.
So if you can hold that spell for the full minute, she is stuck there.
Mm-hmm. And also the ethereal plane.
Get it.
I, as Game Master, say she is native to the ethereal plane. The ethereal plane is a different one. It's just the one parallel to this one. She would be stuck there. However, the ethereal plane is a mirror of this plane, and it sends you to home or a random place. And because I had originally thought it would be a cool idea, though she could just reappear, she can't change her location. Kenneth, roll for me a D100.
91.
Where is incapacitated? While there, the target is incapacitated, meaning that when she disappears into this other plane of existence, she is temporarily knocked out. Yeah, okay, 91 it is then. She poof. And as long as you keep your concentration for a minute, you're fine.
Monkey.
Mm-hmm.
So don't get hit by the Dragula, whose turn is up next.
Or my turn.
That was my action, right?
Yeah.
So could I, because I still have the hood up for my cloak, could I use movement to move over here and sort of camouflage with wall?
Sure.
Yeah, that. Well, not in the gate. I forgot that was a gate.
Okay.
Probably this side. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Hi, warrior lady.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Miss. 18 hit,
Just hits, yeah.
and 10 misses again.
Shit.
So 12.
Ow. Dick.
Now your turn.
Okay. Alright. Fuck this asshole. I, as per usual, am gonna make my 4 consecutive melee attacks. That one.
Good miss.
That one.
The crap. That is a miss.
17. And 24.
Both of those will hit.
13. And 11.
Okay. How do you want to flavor your destruction of the Dragolith?
Oh, I killed it?
You did in fact kill it, yes.
Okay. Well then, I would... Well, of course, my first 2 attacks miss, so I'd like to assume that, as I swing out with those swords, in a cross fashion, it grab me by the wrist, and then Scarlet, just fed up at this point, kicks it in the dick, making it double over, and then with her hands thus released, she then stabs her left blade into the side of its jaw, and then uses that like a lever to sort of haul herself up so that she's straddling the back of its neck, and then brings her other blade down in a reverse grip down into the top of its head, so she's making a plus sign with her swords through its skull, pulls them both out, and then just jumps off its back to land back here somewhere.
Alright.
You afford me flavor for how I kill things, I get flashy.
Yeah, of course, that's fine.
Alright, roll me 13 acrobatics checks. Go.
Nah.
So, so a minute passes, his combat is over.
I step off the wall, sort of brushing dust off on myself.
And I think it is a very weird ruling to handle banishment the way that I did, but
Just for the gets and chiggles, just gonna use second wind to get back some hit points because she's perturbed.
What did your hit points get down to?
Under 50.
I've got 32 left.
Indeed. Yep. Scarlet will just kind of wander over to Varleth, pat him on the shoulder. You did good.
I always do good.
I should hope so. You wouldn't be here if you didn't.
No, I'd just be at the bar.
Oh, bar sounds really good right about now.
Doesn't it?
I'll look over at the other two. What say you two? Want drinks when we're done here?
And a show.
Maybe
A
a
show?
show? I don't know.
I don't know.
Sadly,
Do we still have more? This is supposed to prove who's the best of the best.
I look up at the giant who's overlooking the arena. Are we done, or is there more?
the DM is muted.
The
Foolish!
DM
You twat!
What language are you cursing in?
I said twat, which is just
Oh.
twat, but with V.
Okay.
Fancy.
Okay. So, for future reference, with that, with the ending of the fight coming, because the phased rider never returns, gets sent off to ye random place that you guys don't know where she is. There's rousing applause from those that are above that had saw your confrontation and whatnot. You are all four welcomed back up. Stand before the giant that's up here. Essentially, you're sort of led out of your once you've made it out of your hole. You are all sort of beckoned to come to the top of the stage. And
So we're like up here somewhere?
yep, in front of his very large table.
Okay, I'll just stand right here then.
You see some of the other fighters from before. None the worse for wear, really. Which, for purposes, just because I find it hilarious, the little halfling is riding the dog. So, yeah. And basically you're welcomed above us because you have succeeded. The other folks in the other team seem to be a little bit less off than these two teams were. And you are welcomed up, and he has coin purses to give off to everyone, and sort of recognition nod to everyone of the group. And yeah, how do each of you want to present yourself to the giant?
Well, I'm assuming this guy's of significant importance, so with a respectful bow.
Yep.
Also, I just realized I still haven't deleted my meteors. I'm going to go ahead and delete my meteors now.
Sounds
That
like
is
a
the
good
thing
idea.
that needs to be done.
Yeah. We'll just say that, like, when I killed the Dragolos, I just had them drop to the ground around it, made like a square to like frame its body. Like, a thing died here. If
I mean,
the
that
blood
seems
didn't make
reasonable.
that obvious. Now I've outlined it.
Yep. Does Byrn have anything he wants to say to this giant, or perhaps Varleth, rather? Sorry, I'm bad with names.
It's all right. Valreth will do like an exaggerated like bow where he like sweeps his arm down across to strum his lute strings as he bows, but otherwise he's gonna kind of wait and see what the giant wants to say and do.
Mm-hmm.
This is a little bit bigger than the folks Valreth normally deals with.
Yeah, he is definitely bigger.
So, what? We all good?
You all did well.
Do we have
in
to
your-
fight off?
No. You're all given a equal share of a rather large pot of gold and jewels and other such things, and perhaps favors
Ooh,
or other
shiny.
whatever things that you would want to have. Just for curiosity's sake, those that wish to reveal it. Never mind. Don't worry about that. Have a player that is
Can I see what's all with? Wait, do we have eyes on the gold and money that he's giving?
He has coin purses of all various of individual sizes. That's easy for you guys to carry.
Yeah, make a perception check, see which one's bigger.
Okay.
Perception check away. Sure.
Wait, would it be perception or investigation? Since it is, I'm looking at a certain thing for a certain
If
thing.
you're actively looking, it would be investigation. But
From
if
my
it's-
experience, perception is seeing or noticing, sensing things. Investigation is discerning information from what you have already perceived.
Okay, so it's an investigation.
Make sure to.
11.
Yeah.
Wait. Nope. Can't tell. They all look big.
do I passively perceive that she's trying to single out a bag?
She's just like, her head is turning.
She's like, you're sort of looking at the bag, sort of listening with your ear as he moves the coins around. And it becomes rather apparent that, at least to you, all the coin purses seem like they're filled with the exact same amount. And so he basically is just sort of congratulating all of you. He's like, you all did well against the phased rider. That was a rather interesting tactic to get rid of her. He sort of looks towards Byrn.
Byrn.
Good job, Byrn. Monte claps him on the shoulder. Do I feel anything weird?
It's squishy.
No.
He is squishy.
No, you don't feel anything weird, but I will inform you that Byrn has an absolutely massive passive perception. And like a person with Byrn picks up on the fact that Monte, when she claps her hand on her shoulder, is trying to do like a magician's sleight of hand trick. And Byrn, Monte is going for your coin purse.
Oh no.
Oh, we've reached this part of the game.
Yes.
Good, good.
I'm sorry, it's her flaw. She wants that money.
She wants things.
It costs money to have nice things.
This is true.
It is.
She tries to be friends. And then runs away.
Random hidden roll and then passive perception of 30.
Fuck!
Dear Lord.
I should have.
But yeah.
Can I cast Enhance Ability on myself?
No.
Wait, I can use a Bardic Inspiration. No,
It wasn't given to you.
I know, but the thing is, I can sit there and use my Bardic Inspiration to sit there and do unsettling words, where I can basically roll it and be like, yeah, minus that from your roll.
He didn't roll though.
Okay.
I know.
So that would work.
Right.
I know, like I said, it was.
Yeah.
You're just accept it.
I know. That's fine.
Okay.
You got
So-
not, girl.
What is
Yeah.
Byrn's response then?
I sort of shoot Monty a look, and she hears something, but my mouth doesn't move.
What do I hear?
I believe I whispered it to you if I typed it correctly.
Probably in roll 20.
Mm-hmm.
She like double pats the shoulder as a good confirm and looks away.
What did you say?
She heard me say I wouldn't do that.
In my head, she's like, okay, not fucking with that.
I banished a goddamn phase strider. You shouldn't be fucking with that anyway.
I can banish someone.
Definitely, he had black blood last time too.
Yeah.
I
Maybe
wouldn't
he
mess
did a
with
lot
the
of
guy.
sin.
He did a whole lot of sin.
Which
Just
by the
all
way,
sin blood.
you guys are, those of you who were hit by attacks from the Dragolith, which would be pretty much everyone except for Monty. Yeah. Well, was Scarlet ever hit?
She was a couple times. Not
Okay.
severely, but she did take damage.
Okay.
Yeah, Monty was only hit by bugs.
So,
Many bugs.
but Varleth and Byrn were most definitely hit. So yeah, thank you for reaffirming that. Yeah, as you tap on your shoulder, hear the creepy factor of I wouldn't do that, you pick up on the fact that, oh yeah, wait, he has black blood and he is creepy. Yeah, no, not dealing with that.
Yep, okay.
He has black blood and he is creepy. Okay, he can keep his money.
You gotta find an easier mark.
I do. That was my first mistake.
So, with
where was Monty from?
Oh, I thought it was like she's from some port town.
Didn't really pick a place specifically, just sort of arbitrary.
Not really, since this was the one shot. I didn't really go through and be like, she's from here.
Would I potentially be able? Sorry, go ahead.
I would say she's kind of pale, so she'd probably be from like a northern place. I don't know.
Would it be reasonable to say that I could imitate her dialect and call out by name the exact city that she was from, since I've been around her for a while?
What?
So, do you want to...
That would need to be one hell of a high intelligence check.
Or a bunch of class features.
Oh!
So...
No.
Ebon, you said somewhere... How would you feel if you were from a port town that was from here?
That's fine if she was from a port town here.
Okay, then yes. You can totally mimic that, Byrn.
So, yeah. In a dialect, obviously it's still my voice, mind you. I'm not pulling weird bird person shenanigans. But in a voice that's totally my own, but an accent that totally matches the hometown where she's from, I sort of smile and I know where I can come find you if I need to.
She is moving to the other side. Like, fuck you.
Scar just kind of goes, what? Okay.
No, but he's creepy.
I'm pretty sure I'm the most normal person here.
Yeah, you probably are.
I mean, she made a lunge for my gold, so...
I know.
To make this easier, and because it was already established, are you fine with me saying what was going on in the background, Sam?
Is it all over? Do we get our coin purses?
You would get the coin purse. You would get the coin purses from the giants and everything as you're going along.
Okay, so how much do we get?
Let's see. We'll say probably 1,000 in gold.
Ooh,
About
fancy.
1,000 in gold. Maybe a couple thousand in various different brands of gemstones ranging from 50 to 100. Lots of gems. And in there, in amongst all that, probably in each little coin purse is a coin purse of 100 gold, 5 gems worth at least 100 apiece, and 10 platinum.
Do me a favor, please. Even though it's arbitrary, can you write all that on your character sheet?
What?
This is what everyone got, or what she got?
This is what everyone got.
Oh.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I thought she was going around pickpocketing the giants.
No.
No, because that's too
I thought
dangerous.
she was being very gutsy. Okay, sorry. What all was it again? My bad.
1,000 gold, 5 gemstones worth 100 gold each.
Yep.
And then what platinum?
10 platinum. And 10 platinum.
Cool.
So before this influx of gold, our resident person who likes to try to steal gold and just tried to a second ago, stole gold from someone else. How much gold did Monte and Varleth have on them? Or how much gold did Varleth and Scarlet have on them when they came here?
I had 730.
I didn't. Yeah.
I had like 500, maybe?
Well, you go to put your coin purse away, and and put this gold with your other coins, and you realize that coin purse with 500 gold isn't in your pocket anymore. Monte, you have 500 extra.
Yay!
What?
When Monte went to steal, she stole from Varleth first.
The bard first.
Oh, there was shit going on behind the scenes for a while.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so
You were gonna be my final one, but I was a bit sketchy about you because you are a fighter, and I was worried you might have a high dex. I mean, resistance. But I was wrong.
so
Mistakes were made.
Now that I've noticed my coin missing, can I roll an insight check to see if I can figure out who stole it?
Sure, it's not going to be hard.
Actually,
think
it
it
might
would.
be hard.
And I lost money too?
No, you're
No,
fine.
you didn't.
Okay.
You're fine.
Alright.
Hold on.
Right, I know.
Why is my thing not going?
Okay,
Well,
so you
Forkelberg is flummoxed.
pretty much, yeah. And for some strange reason, Monty is now sticking away from the bald half elf. You have no idea why.
No, I think she probably would say, "Oh, fuck this! I'm getting away from you."
Hmm?
She would have said, "Oh, fuck this."
So, yeah. With that, you guys are sort of free to do whatever you wish for the little ending of this thing. I don't have much in the ways of things planned for like the overall culmination of this thing, but
Right.
It's gonna be nuts. God damn it! Monty's
So-
gonna go be a social butterfly and go talk to the other bands.
okay. Scarlet.
Giant culture. Do they have like a king or anything like that, like with a court and all that?
They would. Yep.
Then
And
what Valrith would like.
And considering
I'm sorry,
you are
go ahead.
actually from Ebon, originally, though sort of the underdark and dark areas of Ebon, you are in the Drow areas of Ebon.
Mhm.
You would know that this particular giant that you're speaking to, that's overrunning this thing, he is one of the council members to like the giant council that presides over as the ruling caste. So yeah, he's on the up and up as far as nobility is concerned. Hence his hence dragon skull helmet.
I want to go up, we'll give a respectful bow, of course, and we'll say, is there any chance that you might require a minstrel, a singer, a dancer in your courts?
Most definitely.
I would be honored if I could have such a position.
Oh, moving up in the world.
You gotta be the best bard in the world one day.
Sure.
He
I'm gonna
chuckles.
show
and
it
laughs.
all.
Why isn't the other group up on stage? Did they die?
Is Monty actually asking that?
They were caught dysentery, so
They fought a shit demon and they caught it from that.
It takes a little bit longer, but the you guys do see the other party wandering out eventually. They seem to be a little bit less kosher than the rest of you.
I want to see how much I can get away with.
that doesn't sound
Please.
good.
Who are you trying to steal
Can I
from?
make this whole group over here?
Hang on.
She's getting a little cocky.
That would be a dexterity related something, right?
Yes.
Sleight
Would
of
be.
hand.
Sleight of hand.
Let's see. Where are you located in? Oh, you're over by all of them.
Yeah, I'm like in the center, just chatting them up.
So you start to walk towards them. Before you actually get over to them, I think it's pretty safe to assume what you're going to probably do. You hear a voice in your head that says, hold up 1 second. Would you be willing to hold up before you actually go and start talking to them?
Sure.
Byrn now returns the double pat on the shoulder, and
Shit.
you said dexterity, right?
Yes. Sleight of hand.
I grant you cat's grace, and I wink at you.
Ooh. What is that? Advantage?
You have advantage on your sleight of hand.
Awesome.
Okay.
Don't take from me. I don't care about them.
Okay. Oh,
I'm gonna roll this 4 times and see if.
Does the dog have a coin purse?
Dog does not have a coin purse.
Oh.
it's a dog.
So that's a 1.
With a sleight of hand of 25, she walks away with the pooch. No, with a 32, she walks away with the dog. They don't even notice.
Those
No,
are my
no,
4 rolls.
No. With a 32, she walks away with the Warforged's head, and he doesn't even notice. No one notices that they're just talking to a headless machine.
Forget the
Okay,
head. She just walks off with the whole Warforged.
roll for
No,
me.
that's pushing it.
Okay. How are you? Roll for me. Do you have performance, or do you want to just deception to weave a web of lies to tell them a story? Basically, how you want to keep all these people distracted.
Oh, she's chatting them up and getting close and like shaking their hands and stuff, putting an arm around them, talking, describing fights and shit. Yeah, this is fucking deception.
Okay, deception.
She's like,
away.
here, look over here.
Roll for me deception as well.
Got about a minute.
Shit.
Oh no!
You can't crit fail deception.
It's a 17 though.
Right.
Okay.
Still natural 1.
I crit fail with a 17.
Let's see.
Wait, hold on.
It would still be an opposed
Actually,
check.
no. Hold on.
Huh?
Guess what?
Chicken butt?
No lie.
I can treat a D20 with a roll of 9 or lower as a 10. So that is a 25.
26.
26.
Oh, damn.
Yep.
Silver tongue,
Nice.
bitches.
How often can you do that?
Oh, it just says I'm a master of saying the right thing at the right time. When I make a charisma, persuasion or deception check, I can treat the whole D20 thing as a 10.
That's really nifty.
That's useful.
Yeah.
That is. Fuck.
Okay. Well,
I gotta show off some of my college abilities.
alright. So, seeing as how I don't think any of these characters, based on the class that they are going to have insight as a class skill, and although the drow might, I roll it for the drow, but he'll be the only one. I'll do this. Okay. So yeah, you succeed in your endeavor to rob these guys blind?
Yeah, pretty much.
You are such an asshole.
So
Just going after their card purses. That's it. Just the coin.
So, because your deception rolls, be glad that your deception roll is a 26, because if it was actually a 17,
I would probably be dead.
No, you wouldn't. You
I
wouldn't
would be running my ass out of here.
No, not necessarily. It's just your story would get sidetracked by the story that the Warforged tells, because he's good at telling stories too.
Oh.
And he has a lot of them because he's been around a long time. Anyway, so
So how much gold do I make off of them? Just hold on, I want to know.
this is before they got their gold from the. Well, this is after they got their gold from the thing.
Yeah, it was after.
Yeah.
So, if you want to swipe their entire coin purses, then which you'd have to free reign to
What is
do
that?
because 22.
I would say 22. What?
Your lowest was a 22 on your sleight of hand there.
Yes.
So remember the 1,000 gold, 5 gems, and 10 plat?
Mhm.
Yeah, I get that 4 more times. And
How many
So
gems was it?
It's 5
5.
gems.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So she goes back over to Bren, and she
Bren.
goes up to him and be like, "I'm sorry. Here is 10 gemstones, 20 platinum,
Sharing them. I am loving this dynamic. It makes it kind of sad this group won't persist past this.
and 2,000 gold."
Eh. Again, I sort of smile and wink at her.
all right. So,
Scarlet's thing.
what is Scarlet going to do with her ending of this thing?
Well, once she has like her winnings pocketed away, she will
And secured, seeing that there's a criminal in your midst.
she doesn't necessarily know that, but yeah.
True.
She'll I guess sort of do a similar thing to what Varus is doing, and approach on the other side. Again, respectful bow. If it is within your power, how am I supposed to refer to this guy? My lord, your majesty, what's the title here?
I'm sure Lord is fine.
Lord would work
Your
fine.
bonus.
All right. If it is within your power, my lord, as it so happens, I did not come to this arena with the desire for gold or riches. There's something else I desire.
Oh.
And she'll reach into her pack and withdraw a what looks like a lamp you would expect to see in like Arabian legends about genies. Except it's made out of finely made blue crystal and covered in arcane runes. And she'll
Please,
hold it up.
sir, I need a half a cup of oil. I'm cold.
No, and then she'll hold it up and say, I've been carrying this with me ever since I left my home city of Swanrun, trying to figure out what it is and what it is for. Needless to say, my every effort thus far has come up short, no matter who I've gone to. It's an enigma. If it is within your power and within my right to request, I would appreciate any aid you can lend in helping me uncover what this artifact is, so that I can finally be rid of it and go home.
Well, I can direct you to those on Ebon that are of the more arcane nature, and those same folks could direct you to other places as well. So I'm sure with me giving you a sort of basically a fancier version of saying that he's putting in a good name for you.
Right, an endorsement.
Yeah, thank you. I knew there was a word. With me endorsing your cause, as I am willing to do considering your talents, with me endorsing your cause, I'm sure that we could find somebody that would be able to figure things out.
I would appreciate that immensely. It is worth noting, you should know this if you're at all getting involved. Dangerous individuals tend to attack me over this thing every so often. Be aware of that, and I'll return it to my pack. If it weren't dangerous, I wouldn't have left my home to figure out what it is.
There are dangers all over the realm. There is nothing that we can't handle.
As you say.
Yeah.
All right. And then she'll
That'll
leave
be-
him to his devices until such time as they can discuss that more.
And unless there's anything else anybody wants to do, I can say that that can be a fairly strong end to our little one-shot here.
Indeed.
Yeah.
As Byrn exits, Monty hears, "I'll be in touch."
Wait. I could give you a proposition.
All right.
It's just like, wait, this could be good.
Was just creeped out that I knew where you were from and sounded like I was from there too. Wait, come back. Perfect. Anyway.
Well, you gave her like advantages to be like, wait.
Wait, this guy could help me get rich. Oh shit, yes, I need this man. Wait, no, come back. Have you ever heard of the Cache of Galabados?
All right.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
That's an Evil Eight reference.
So with that last ending,
This is probably like the most gold that I have a character of mine has ever had.
You got like over 5,000, don't you?
Well, I gave half of the other group's gold to Bryn.
now,
Still, that's a lot of money you pilfered.
now
Yeah, it is.
I will point out, if you took, are you going to be? Is Monty willing to take their entire stock of coin, or is she just going to take the coin purse that the giant gave them? Because if you take all of their coins, you're going to have more.
You already told me like all of the gold, the platinum, and the gemstones just add 4 times
Yeah,
4.
that was
Right,
the easy.
that's what they were given. He's asking, did you go for all of their stuff or just that?
Oh, I
It's
thought
not
that said that's what that I was able to give, but pretty much all of that.
Yes, but it's I made the comment as a sort of half joke if Monty wanted to rob them
Oh.
blind.
Do you want to take the shit they had before they came in too, or just what they got as
No,
reward?
just what they got. I'm not gonna push my luck with all of it.
Okay.
Okay, good enough. Well, for sake of pointing it out, if you did pilfer, because it's funner this way, if you did pilfer the gold from all the rest of them, otherwise, and looking into their coin purses, Monty would have figured it out. The richest one of this group is the drow.
Well, yeah.
So
How much money would he have had since it's the end of the game and I can't do anything more about it?
he would have probably had on him about 500, 600 gold on top of the stuff before.
Oh.
Most likely. And oddly enough...
Now, if it was like 500 platinum,
Yeah. Oddly enough, the poorest is the Warforged. It's sad.
Aww.
Aww.
But anyway, so for sake of just putting it out there, because what little snapshots of these characters we've seen is fun.
Wait, there's one more group.
There is another group down there.
Are you gonna try and rob them too?
No.
Okay.
It's just basically the little thing that she's going after Brent and be like, wait, there's more.
So what did people think?
I perceive that they probably don't have that much.
Yeah, pretty much. What did everyone think of everyone else's characters in this little snapshot? I'm curious because it's fun.
I honestly feel like I was probably the most boring one, which is a shame because I really like Scarlet as a character. She's just very serious and not at all dorky, which is the opposite of everyone else here.
I don't know what's going on with Byrn. There's something off about that guy.
Is he a changeling?
No.
I plead the fifth.
I knew.
He's a half elf. There may be air quotes there. He's a half elf, if that answers your question.
He's a changeling. We can rob so many places.
So with that, I really do like Monty's character. Flaw-wise, she's very amusing. It would be very funny if we were going to do anything more with her, but
I don't know. Maybe she'll come back.
She will.
Well, our one-shot characters kind of serve as our backups for the main game, so who knows?
These characters are great. Hopefully we get to see some of them later on. Decorate Monty. Monty was funny.
Yeah.
And we will go from there.
So what's the schedule look like?
2 weeks from now, so that it alternates with my family game.
Yes.
My preference.
It's we're going to go. Next week is no game, and then the following week we'll be going back to the main game, which both gives 2 weeks to offset it to how Brian would prefer, and gives a full 2 weeks for David to come up with his next character.
Yeah.
So, because he's going to have a character that's going to come into the main game, assuming that you guys get along with him very well, because you do. And
I think he blends in pretty well here.
Yep.
No one's yelled at me yet, so I can't be pissing people off too bad.
And then finally, just because his character is just crazy, speaking strictly of an out-of-character standpoint, what did everyone think of Byrn?
I am intrigued and frightened.
I'm good with that. I wanted to practice playing a character who was not the super charitable sort. And it was actually relieving to have one of you guys play someone who also is not super charitable, unless you count the charity of yourself. So,
The charity of the self.
What do you think, Sam, of Byrn then?
They're pretty good.
Alrighty. So
What about Scarlet?
I like Scarlet.
Yes.
The only thing I agree with your statement though, in that Scarlet is a much more serious and down to earth character, and was not necessarily. It's not that she doesn't necessarily jive with this group, this particular party. It's just that regardless of party setting, a down to earth style character would not necessarily be able to be well characterized in a one shot.
Right. Yeah, Scarlet is definitely the type of character who would work better in a longer form campaign.
Right.
Yeah. Yep. Which is fine. And
What
Varleth.
about the booty shaker?
Yeah, I know, right?
What about the what?
The
What?
booty
I didn't hear
shaker.
that. Booty.
The dancer, Varleth.
The performance 35. Check out my moves.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you.
That's me.
Well, I mean,
I mean, him and
I'm
Scarlet
sorry.
flirted for a
You
little
made me
while.
think
I wish he had said more, but what he did say was entertaining.
Oh.
He very much, you flirted with him there for about 12 seconds.
Yeah.
I mean, it is worth noting Scarlet does have something of a sex drive. It's not as intense as with other people, and she keeps a pretty good lid on it, but it's there.
Well, Valorant's got no lid.
Yeah, if she weren't a married woman and had a husband and kid waiting for her back home, she probably would be a lot more promiscuous with it.
Fair enough.
That's fair.
All right, so I am going to, at the end of my games, typically with recorded games, David, I will usually do this has been Shadows of Gradiriel, because that's the name of the main game, and then I will have, and then there's another section of that is join us next time when blah, like a description of what's going to happen next, potentially.
A prediction, rather.
Prediction type
Right.
things.
There are no wrong answers except for that one.
So, I think it would be funny and fitting, since this was a one-shot to get you into the group, if you would do some end of that. Either this has been, essentially be my previous title, not natural yes or whatever.
Charisma, yes.
Because originally I was going to title this the long-winded title of Charisma Yes Part 2 Electric Boogaloo.
That's not bad.
So, I'll give you that, and then Sam can do the next part. So, David, you have this has been Charisma Yes Part 2 Electric Boogaloo.
That's
And
my
then-
line, huh?
Yep, and then Sam can do the last part.
All right. Well, this has been Charisma Yes Part 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Maybe
You
come
had-
in for part 3 and find out if Monty steals from the Giants.
You had to make it sexy, didn't you, David?
Look, man.
As
Yeah.
a character.
I did.
Also worth pointing out that you could have also pushed in the next time to be about, hopefully you guys find your way off of this giant continent that you've landed on, and I don't mean giant in the sense that the continent is big.
Oh, no.